Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome into the show. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. My name is Chase Senior, and of course, no matter where you are, how you're tuned in, thank you so much for making our watch party, our pregame show, our postgame show a part of your day. Who is ready for some Philadelphia Eagles matinee football? The Birds playing host to the Cleveland Browns here today. And even though a little bit of excitement has been taken out of this game because Shedeur Sanders is not going to play, we just got word that Dillon Gabriel, who was drafted in the 3rd round prior to Shedeur in the 5th round, is going to make the start for Cleveland. And so a lot of eyeballs on this game all across the National Football League. And it is a classic summer day at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philadelphia. Some clouds in the sky, but you see the blue skies peeking out there. And it's yet again another hot one at the sports complex in Philly. And this is a rubber match, right? Because the Eagles and Browns had a couple of joint practices this week on Wednesday and Thursday, giving Philadelphia's ones and starters some really good opportunities to go up against another team. Might be the only time they can do that prior to the regular season opener on September 4th against the Dallas Cowboys. And so narrowly, the Eagles won the first joint practice. But then on Thursday, the Browns come back and they kind of dominated Philadelphia. And so today, the tiebreaker will be decided by way of this preseason tilt. As I mentioned, Shedeur Sanders, who played very, very well against the Carolina Panthers in his professional debut last week, will not play. Prior to that first joint practice session, he was doing some throwing drills, and he felt a little bit of a tweak in his oblique. For a quarterback, that core and that midsection is so important. And so the Browns are going to err on the side of caution here today. He is not going to play. But according to reports out there from the likes of Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, he is expected to play in the preseason finale. And so today that paves open an opportunity for Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd-round pick for Cleveland, in what looks to be a very loaded draft class. And they also added Isaiah Bond, who did not get drafted, but was probably a top 3 pick for Cleveland. Things looking very good for Andrew Berry and company. Andrew Berry used to work under Howie Roseman. It is a Philadelphia Eagles game day. Chase Senior, producer Chip, here with the Bird Gang. And I want everybody to start typing those E's in the chat, because that gets us started with E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's go. I see Cheryl, Ernesto, Kane Angel, Aaron Leby, John Galt, Annette, Carol Hosey, Tan Ops, all in the building. One of our Super Chat MVPs from last week, Justin Moore, getting us started with the $20 Super Chat. As you can see, the countdown to kickoff clock is below me. About 48 minutes or so until this game gets underway. Obviously, there could be a delay in when this game gets started, but it is expected to begin around 1 p.m. Eastern at the link. And so up until the start of this game, we'll do a pregame show, take a look at the top storylines, the top roster battles, and the players who need to step up and ball out here today. Thank you, Justin, for the $20 Super Chat. I appreciate you. And if anybody out there wants to send in a $50 Super Chat, I've got the Shambong here once again. We've got a beer boot filled up, 3 beers, 1 boot. We'll start to have some drinks like people are drinking outside of the link, because this is a part of our pregame tailgate show. What we're watching for today, let's run through it here. 200 people watching live, 35 likes. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Probably the biggest question mark for this football team right now, who will start opposite of Quinyon Mitchell? Will it be Keely Ringo? Will it be Adoree Jackson? Will it be Jacorian Bennett? Will it be the rookie Mac McWilliams, who over the last few practices, the 4th-round pick out of UCF, a UAB transfer, has started to play and practice exclusively at outside corner? Clearly, the Eagles like what he can do there. 4.4 speed, former wide receiver. It really shows in how he moves, the pedal, the footwork, the ball tracking ability, and they want to give him a shot to lock down that starting job. And so it is an open competition. Who will win it? Today's game could go a long way in deciding what transpires there. The depth at wide receiver And then specifically the wide receiver 4 job. A.J. Brown, wide receiver 1. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 2. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver 3. That is set in stone. It's been set in stone. That was the rotation last year. But who will get that wide receiver 4 gig? Will it be Johnny Wilson, who played very well in that preseason opener against Cincinnati? Will it be Anais Smith, who popped a long punt return, caught a touchdown pass from Tanner McKee? Will it be the UDFA rookie Darius Cooper, who we'll talk more about coming up in a moment? But all of those players vying for that wide receiver 4 job, and they'll catch some passes during the regular season. An injury happens, you elevate up the depth chart. That's going to be a position that we're watching here this afternoon. The backup edge rushers. You know that Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt are going to be the starters. Who's going to be edge rusher 3? Who's going to be edge rusher 4? That really is a competition between the likes of Josh Uche, Azeez Ojulari. But you have Agbu Okoronkwo. You have O'Shawn Mathis. You have the rookie 6th-round pick, Antoine Powell-Ryland. Patrick Johnson has been a preseason legend for Philadelphia. Is he going to be in the mix? I want to continue to see these rookies make strides for Philadelphia. Jahad Campbell didn't start last week because the doctors wanted him on a limited snap count. I think that he should play a little bit more. He got to chop it up with Myles Garrett this past week. When he was asked about that, he said, just 2 freaks talking football together. I want to see how Vic Fangio continues to utilize him. And as we look ahead to week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys, what type of role will the 31st overall pick have? Edge rusher and or off-ball linebacker? Will he be exclusively at one of those spots? I think the starting off-ball inside linebackers will be Zach Bond and Jeremiah Trotter Jr., but I do think that Jahad Campbell will play a role. We didn't see Andrew Makuba last week. Very excited to see what he can do. Mixed bag for Ty Robinson. He made a couple of splash plays. Mac McWilliams, gonna get some run here today. Antoine Powell-Ryland, can he do something? If he does, maybe a lock to make the 53-man roster. If he doesn't, what happens there? The 3 6th-round pick offensive linemen, Miles Hinton, Drew Kendall, Cameron Williams. We'll be watching out for them. And then the 6th-round pick, Kyle McCord. I don't think that Tanner McKee, even though he's starting, is going to play into the 3rd quarter. He doesn't need to. He's proven who he is. Best backup quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. I think that he could start for a handful of teams. And the Eagles don't want him to get hurt. They also need to get a look at Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Kyle McCord. So the rookies, you just want to see continued development. And then I'm legitimately excited to watch Tanner McKee play football. To watch McKee, who I think could be a starter in this league, shred backups. Or in the case of last week's game, shred the Bengals starters. He is such a talented quarterback who is a joy to watch the quarterback position. In an era of football where offenses can be watered down for young quarterbacks. And when you see a lot of gimmicky read options and RPOs, Tanner McKee is almost that throwback, drop back, pocket passer who throws with unbelievable timing, touch, accuracy, and anticipation. At 6'6", he can really survey the field. He makes quick decisions. He throws well on the run, always gives his receivers a shot. He is a joy to watch play football. So I'm excited to see him get a leash here today against this Cleveland defense, which caused a lot of fits for this Eagles offense in those joint practices. And speaking of point number 2, and specifically Darius Cooper, the UDFA out of Tarleton State. If you didn't see the game last week, Darius Cooper had more than 80 receiving yards. He caught a touchdown pass, 20 yards from Tanner McKee. He, last year, had 14 touchdowns and nearly 1,500 yards. He played for Tarleton State, FCS football, little less than 2 hours away from Dallas, Texas. The St. Louis, Missouri native, I think, is a lock to make this Eagles 53-man roster. Let me tell you why. Not only is he talented enough to play wideout, we saw in week 1 of the preseason, he is an NFL caliber wide receiver. Hands, footwork, yards after the catch ability, separation ability, tough at the catch point. His pre-draft testing numbers, 5'10", 210, very similar to A.J. Brown. They were close on the 40-yard dash, the bench press, the broad jump. Their testing numbers were very close, and you see some elements of Cooper's game that's reminiscent of A.J. Brown's game, specifically when you catch that in-breaking route, plant, and then cut it back to the outside. How often have we seen A.J. Brown be able to pick up yards after the catch in that regard? Darius Cooper does that. But a very important development here with Darius Cooper. After that preseason game where he burst onto the scene and really shined, without A.J. Brown, still dealing with that hamstring injury, Darius Cooper has started to get run with the first-team offense. That's point number one. Point number two, the Eagles introduced him this past week to special teams. And on that front, Darius Cooper has been running with the ones on kickoff coverage units, but he is also running with the ones as a return man. So he's trying to add more value to this football team. And as you look ahead to 2026, Jahan Dotson is a free agent after this year. I think he's a talented wide receiver. He could go somewhere else where he's not behind A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith so that he can get more opportunities. And so the Eagles could be trying to develop a wide receiver 3 for next year right now. And that player could be Darius Cooper. And the fact that they're playing him at a marquee special teams role, in fact, roles, that tells me he is making this squad. And if he starts this game and doesn't play much, that's very telling. Because that also tells me his roster spot is in good standing, because if they're not playing him that much in the preseason, that goes to show you they think that he is on this team and he doesn't need to prove himself anymore. More to get to here throughout our pregame show. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. Chase Sr. and Jake Chipper here with you. Here is our Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. If you send in a $10 Super Chat, I'm giving you a Go Birds. $20 Super Chat, I'm giving you a Beer Cheers. $50 Super Chat, Beer Chug. And if somebody out there sends in a $100 Super Chat, I am sending you a Philadelphia Eagles Now hat so that you can rep the show, so that we can say thank you to you for supporting the program, and you can also rep the Birds in the process. We are also going up against our Cleveland Browns channel, which right now, because of the Shedeur Sanders hype, is one of the hottest channels here at Chat Sports. A couple of videos on that program did 40,000 plus views. They had the most watched watch party in week 1 because of Shedeur Sanders. Under the Chat Sports umbrella, we were number 2 at 108,000 views. And so they are going to bring the heat with their Super Chats. We need to bring the heat as well. We want to win at Lincoln Financial Field. We want to win inside the walls at Chat Sports. And the guy who's the host of the Browns Report now, we miss you, Matthew Peterson. We love you. No longer with the company. He's moved on to chase some other dreams. It's Joey O'Donohue. He's been calling himself Box Office. He is brand new to Chat Sports. We can't let a rookie beat a seasoned vet, and Chip is a seasoned vet at this point as well. And look, if you can't send in a Super Chat, it's all good. Other ways to support the show for free, you hit that thumbs up icon and you like the video. For instance, we have almost 400 people watching live right now, 72 likes. You kidding me? Get those likes up, smash that thumbs up icon, and the more likes that we get, the more people who find the show, the more people who pile in, the more fun that we have. Don't forget to also hit that subscribe button. We are growing like crazy here at Eagles Now. Last 365 days at the company, no other channel has picked up more subscribers than Eagles Now. The growth has been incredible, and that's thanks to all of you. Comment and share your thoughts. I'm looking at the comment section right now. I see Andrew Nathan, Justin Moore, Tanner Plummer, Carol Hosey. You can also share this video on social media, X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky if you're on that. I don't think anybody is. Most importantly, we want you to be a real one. So do all of those things, and we're so glad that all of you are hanging out here with me. Justin Moore did ask, Chase, where is my beer cheers? I am going to get my beer boot delivered. So let me get that delivered right now, and I'll give you that beer cheers.
We got you, Justin.
We got you, Justin. Don't sleep. All right. Another thing I want to talk about here in the pregame show. You think about this Eagles defensive secondary last year. They were in such a great spot. And obviously they got some huge contributions from their rookie first-round pick in Quinyon Mitchell, their rookie second-round pick in Cooper DeJean. I don't think anybody anticipated those two players being as great as they were, where going into 2025, they were ranked as top 100 players across the NFL. And last year, they both played at a Pro Bowl, all-pro type of level. They were incredible. Oh, so I filled it up. There's one in the kitchen. Yeah, thank you. And so Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean were great last year. Darius Slay bounced back from a bad 2023, and Darius Slay played really well. You had Isaiah Rodgers, who came off that gambling suspension after missing all of 2023. Anytime he was asked to play snaps, Isaiah Rodgers played very well. I remember we were down in New Orleans for the Super Bowl. I ran into his family on Bourbon Street. Thank you, AP. And I was talking to them about Isaiah Rodgers, and I'm like, yo, I know that he's probably not going to come back because he's going to get some money in NFL free agency, but I just want to tell you guys how much Philadelphia appreciates Isaiah Rodgers. And Rodgers' family said the same, that he appreciated Philadelphia for how they embraced him, especially coming off that gambling suspension. And going into the offseason with Rodgers becoming a free agent, I was like, yo, it makes sense to bring a guy like that back. You let Darius Slay go, that's fine, right? You understand the thinking. 34 years old, Eagles are concerned with his knee injury. You want to get younger at that position. But last year, the Eagles had so much cornerback depth. This year, they don't have as much cornerback depth. And so a storyline that I brought up earlier this week, should the Eagles have brought back Isaiah Rodgers? Does Howie Roseman regret not bringing him back? He signed a one-year deal for $7+ million with Minnesota. And guess what? Under Brian Flores, who is a top 3 defensive coordinator in football, he is starting for that team and a Vikings defense that was one of the best defenses in the NFL. Good coverage ability, really good speed, has return ability too. And now you're looking at this cornerback 2 role and you're like, Keely Ringo saw his snaps decrease at practice this week with the first-string defense. Adoree Jackson was running mostly with the starters. Jacorian Bennett was sprinkled in. He was kind of up and down. I know he's trying to learn this defense, and we'll see what he can do today, but that's of note. And nobody's been able to claim that job to a point where the rookie, 4th-round pick Mac McWilliams, who was getting snaps solely in the slot, is now practicing solely on the outside. And if this Eagles pass rush, which also has some question marks because they're young and unproven, can't get home, you see where some of my worries come from, where if the Eagles don't generate that pass rush, could be a long year in that secondary, or Vic Fangio's going to have to get exotic and creative. Let's get the comment section going once again. We're over 400 people watching live. Let's go, Birds. Shout out your city. We're emanating live from Studio I in the Chat Sports Studios. Producer Chip and I, we have our own studio here at Chat Sports HQ. But where are you? Let us know. We'll start to give you some shout outs here. And as you get those comments in, Justin, here's your beer cheers, my man.
Let's go, Justin. Let's get it, baby.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, we have Ernesto in Tucson. Armino Collectibles is in the Philippines. Kane Angel, England. Little Meadows, Cheryl. Krithik, Chicago. Sean Harding, go Birds, repping only from Phoenix, Arizona. Nice. Syracuse, New York from Millie315. Tanner Plummer in Utah. Tanner also said in hindsight they should have brought back Rodgers. Tanner Plummer rarely agrees with me, but he agrees with me on that front. Nate James, we're here chasing Chip. What up, Nate?
Yo.
Kimbo Beyonce fan from Arizona. All right, good stuff. 32 minutes and change until this game gets underway between Philadelphia and Cleveland. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what we do, my name is Chase Sr. You see it on my polo here. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm from Westchester, grew up a diehard Eagles fan. I've been watching this team since I was 4 years old. Producer Chip is from Yardley, right outside of Philadelphia. You have 2 diehard Philadelphia Eagles fans as the producer and host of this show, talking Eagles every single day. We do watch parties for every Eagles game, regular season, preseason, and hopefully another long playoff run. We are in New Orleans for Super Bowl coverage. We're in Indianapolis for the NFL Combine. Anytime we're talking Eagles, we want our content to be insightful, informative, entertaining, thought-provoking, but we want you to have a voice and for you to be a part of it. So if all that sounds great, and you want to know more about the Eagles and become a smarter football fan and NFL fan, that's why we're here. Lock us in. Hit that subscribe button. That's a big reason why we've skyrocketed up the subscriber leaderboard here at the company, and we're closing in on 125,000 subscribers. If you want to interact with me throughout the game and every day, and if you want even more additional Eagles coverage, videos, tweets, analysis, takes, I think what we do here is extremely special. Be sure to give me a follow on X at Chase_Senior, Instagram at Chase_Senior. Big platforms there. And then you can also send me an email to talk Eagles, chase@chatsports.com. Here we are sitting at $20 in Super Chats. Last week during our pregame show, I think we got over $500 in Super Chats during the pregame show. And we have an update in our Super Chat battle. We are now losing to the Browns Report.
No!
A first week host and rookie Chat Sports employee is beating us on the Browns Report. $74 to $20. And let me make a deal for the people. If we get a $50 Super Chat, I'll give you a shotgun here on the show. Here's our Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10, Go Birds. $20, Beer Cheers. $50, Beer Chug. $100, gonna send you an Eagles Now hat. But let me do this. As we try to take down the Browns Report, for the next 2 minutes, if anybody sends in a $50 Super Chat, I'm sending you a Philadelphia Eagles Now hat. But you gotta get those Super Chats in inside the 2-minute Super Chat shot clock. So our Super Chat battle, we are down to the Browns Report, 74 to 20. Get those Super Chats in, and obviously it goes a long way in supporting everything that we do here on the show. I was employee 8 when I started here in 2021. We're now north of 40, and we're one of the most watched digital sports networks in a very competitive space right here on YouTube. 450 people watching live as you come in here. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Dennis Designs is in the building.
Yo.
He's chopping it up with Carol Hosey. I see John Galt, Robert Lee, Go Birds, oh baby, Arizona in the house. It's so great to see everybody here. All right, let's go through the Philadelphia Eagles with the most to prove in this preseason Week 2 game against Cleveland. Against Cincinnati, Kelee Ringo really struggled. And I know that he was going up against Jamar Chase. But look, this Eagles schedule is very hard, and Philadelphia will be going up against elite quarterbacks and elite wide receivers all year. If Kelee Ringo gets dusted by the likes of Jamar Chase, how's he going to hold up Week 1 against CD Lamb or George Pickens? That's where I'm concerned here, folks. He might have 4.3 speed. He's 6'2", over 200 pounds. But he needs to play more confident, more decisive football, and the lack of lateral speed really does concern me a little bit. I know that he can run in a straight line, but against Jamar Chase on this touchdown here, when he couldn't throttle down, over-pursued the play, that was an ugly look. And then with that, Adoree Jackson is a player who has a lot to prove. Kelee Ringo's snaps with the first-team defense decreased this week. Adoree Jackson's snaps with the first-team defense increased. And it's almost a competition where nobody has run away with that job, and Vic Fangio is really trying to figure out, okay, who we're going to start opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. I don't think it's going to be Cooper DeJean. I don't think that's the solution because Vic really likes him at safety and in the slot. And I like him at those two spots because you can use him as a chess piece to impact the game in a plethora of ways all around the field. And you look at how Kelee and Adoree fared against Cincinnati. Kelee Ringo gave up 4 catches on 4 targets for 79 yards and a tutty, a 158.3 passer rating in 16 coverage snaps. Adoree Jackson, not much better. 4 catches on 5 targets for 45 yards, a passer rating of 104.2 on 16 coverage snaps. You also have to think about Jacorian Bennett, Mac McWilliams in the running to start there opposite of Quinyon. Nisu, a $10 super chat giving us a Go Birds. I love it. And we'll give you a Go Birds. Appreciate you, Nisu. sending in that $10 super chat. Good stuff from you. So Shedeur Sanders not playing in this game, but he is in uniform. He is in uniform, which is very interesting. Probably just going through a pregame routine, but he is expected to play next week.
Just had to miss the Eagles game, huh?
I know.
He'll play week 1, he'll play week 3, but can't play in this one.
Our numbers last week were insane. We did over 100,000 views for a preseason watch party. Incredible. If Shedeur Sanders was playing in this game, I think our numbers would have been even better. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, of course, not playing today. We'll see if Anaya Smith, Johnny Wilson, Darius Cooper can win that wide receiver 4 job. Important game for Brett Tauth, filling in for Landon Dickerson at left guard. If Dickerson isn't ready for week 1, most likely would be Tauth who starts there at left guard. All right, another Eagle with a lot to prove is cornerback Jacorian Bennett. The Eagles made that trade for him 2 Monday nights ago, and they made that move because they wanted to give him a long look. They want to see if the former 4th-round pick out of Maryland by the Las Vegas Raiders, who earned a starting job as a rookie, can start for this football team. They want to see if he can win the job and snatch it away from Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. That trade for Philadelphia was kind of an indictment on the existing corners on this roster. And so Jacorian Bennett is going to play. He was saying a prayer before the game, and this is a big game for him. 4.3 speed. He's displayed a lot. He's made a lot of plays on the football his first 2 years in the NFL. He's also had 2 separate shoulder issues. But what an opportunity for him to go from the Raiders, dumpster fire, to the defending Super Bowl champions. Oh! BLX Air Strawberry making it rain with the $50 super chat. If somebody else sends in a 50, we're going to sing Fly Eagles Fly, and then we'll pivot that into No One Likes Us, We Don't Care. So another 50, Fly Eagles Fly, No One Likes Us, We Don't Care. BLX Air, appreciate that $50 super chat. It did come out of that 2-minute window for the Eagles Now hat, but I do owe you a drink. That is for sure. Beer chug coming up. And BLX, if you want me to do a shotgun, just let us know in the chat. All right, so we made a little headway on the Browns report, but then they pulled away from us just moments ago. $123 in super chats for them, $80 in super chats for us, but YKD215 throwing in the deuce. Eagles going to the Super Bowl again. We'll pop that super chat up here in just a moment. And YKD, watching from the 215, shout out Philly. I hope you're right. They have an opportunity to do so. They have a great coaching staff. They have the best owner and GM in sports. I know Kevin Patullo is green as an offensive play caller, but I like what he did in the preseason opener against Cincinnati. He kept it vanilla, but still did some nice things. Nick Sirianni said this week that the Eagles are hiding things and not showing things until the regular season comes around because they have some new wrinkles with this offense. The talent is there. The depth is there outside of really corner and safety. And if the Eagles can stay healthy, I think they have an incredible chance to repeat. And if that happens, we'll be in Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60, just like we were in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. 2 more Eagles with a lot to prove. Who will lock down edge rusher 3? Azeez Ojulari or Josh Uche? They're going to be a part of the edge rusher rotation, but who will be edge rusher number 3? Oh, Cheryl with the 50. And as promised, fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're the Eagles, the fucking Eagles. No one likes us. We don't care. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! So thank you to both BLX for the $50 super chat and Cheryl for the $50 super chat, both making it rain. That gets us up to $132 in super chats. Chip, you got any dads over there or no? No? All right. Let's get some happy dads in here. We'll get some dads in here. Coyote, I don't like the song, but at least you nailed the spelling. Yes, Philadelphia's mayor, Cheryl Parker. What was it? E-J-L-S-E-S, Eagles. I mean, brutal. Brutal. All right, you take a look at our super chat menu. Let's do this. Until the clock hits 17 minutes, let's go 50% off on the super chat menu here. So $5 Go Birds, $10 beer cheers. Let's go $20 beer chug because it's hard to send in a super chat at $25. So let's do that. 50% off. And of course, if we get some more 50s and you want an Eagles Now hat, we can get that to you. Jamal Marshall, let's go Birds. Let's go Birds. Magic making a good point too. Is Eli Ricks in the running to be cornerback too? He could be as well. All right, a look at our super chat battle. We're up to 132. Browns report at 138. Really good back and forth here. Cheryl, can I get you and Chip to sign the hat? Of course. Let's go. Thank you. So actually pop up the weigh-in 3 there, Chip. Because for BLX and Cheryl, I'm going to need you to send me an email. If you send me an email, I'll send you an Eagles Now hat. chase@chatsports.com. Send me the email with your name and your address, and we'll get you that hat. And Cheryl, of course, we can sign that hat for you too. Of course we can do that. Move Ringo to safety from Dexter. I did see a comment. Lack of lateral speed. That screams safety to me. Now, I know the solution for a lot of people for failed corners is to just have a cornerback go to safety. It's not that easy. That's why I think Avonte Maddox does deserve a lot of credit. He played good out of the slot for Philadelphia for a long time. I know he missed a lot of time, but he played well, held up well there. And when the Eagles asked him to play safety and kind of rover there, he did a pretty damn good job of that. Pamela Ann, we'll get to that super chat coming up here, but I got to tell you about this deal. Thanks to our fine friends at Fanatics, this Eagles Super Bowl shirt is more than 50% off. It was $40. Yo, it is on sale for just $18. It, of course, is New Orleans themed because the Eagles crushed the Chiefs in New Orleans for the Super Bowl. And Champions is written out in beads, Bourbon Street, beads. And then there's a New Orleans theme around the Lombardi Trophy. We have sold so many of these. So head to chatsports.com/EaglesNola. Limited time deal while supplies last. Chatsports.com/EaglesNola. That link is in the chat right now. Pamela Ann with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Pamela. All right, let me do this too. Since we got in that $50 super chat from BLX a little bit earlier, let me give you a shotgun there, BLX.
Shotgun time.
You know, what are they doing outside of the link in the K-Lot? I know it's the preseason, but there's no party like an Eagles tailgate party. There's no party like a watch party. If you are not at the game, this is the best place to experience the game. So we want to make this like a game day atmosphere. So let's do it. BLX, Cheryl, thank you for the 50s. Cheers to everybody for being here. And by the time that I'm done this, can we get the 250 likes? We're 60 likes away from that number. If you're happy to be here, you love the Birds, you're enjoying the show, you're learning something today, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Let's go.
chug, 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 chug. Easy money.
Woo!
Game day.
Mike Nintendo Master, you know I never asked Chase how loyal of an Eagles fan he is. Man, I've been watching this team since I was 4 years old. I remember watching Donovan McNabb replace Doug Peterson in 1999 as a rookie. I remember Michael Irvin going down at Veterans Stadium. That was the end of his career. I remember watching Ray Rhodes-led Eagles teams. The early infancy of Jeffrey Lurie's stint as owner. The 4 straight NFC Championship games. I was at the 4th against the Falcons and Michael Vick when the Eagles finally punched their ticket to Super Bowl 59 or 39. Ride or die. Ride or die. Chucky Shoe, my man. But first, a $50 super chat from Dennis Designs. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! Thank you, Dennis. I will do a shambong for you down that boot. We're going to put a dent into it. We already have, really, because with Justin's super chat earlier, put a nice little dent in the boot. And then Chucky Shoe. He's got a Boys with Vic Fangio. Big deal. Working on some cars up there in Dunmore. Chucky Shoe from the 570. I still think that we should bring Bradbury in at a vet min. He should be fresh after not playing last year. Plus, he could be a different player in Fangio's defense. Man, Chuck, I have not uttered James Bradbury's name in a very long time. For as good as he was in 2022, an all-pro for Philadelphia, Howie Roseman's decision to give him that contract extension was a mistake. That was a Howie Roseman whiff because Bradbury in 2023 was awful. He couldn't tackle. He couldn't cover. Then going into 2024, the Eagles tried to put him at safety. And remember, that was under Vic Fangio last year, Chuck. So Vic Fangio didn't think that James Bradbury could play corner. And he said, we got to try him out at safety. Then he had that injury, and we didn't see him the rest of the year. Now, he still was able to celebrate that Eagles Super Bowl championship, but I just don't think he has the speed to play corner any longer. And it's pretty telling that no other team across the NFL has been willing to sign him after he was an all-pro not long ago in 2022. Chuck, appreciate you. We continue to preview this game, Eagles-Browns preseason week 2, by taking a look at the Eagles with the most to prove. We've gone through a few players already. Another one, Brett Tauth. With the Landon Dickerson injury, Brett Tauth has been getting a run with the ones at left guard. The Eagles didn't move Tyler Steen from right guard to left guard and put Matt Pryor at right guard. They didn't try to use one of the 6th-round pick offensive linemen who they drafted at left guard. They've been going with Brett Tauth, who has normally been a backup center at that left guard spot. He started against Cincinnati. He's starting again against Cleveland. And keep in mind, if Landon Dickerson is not ready for week 1, it looks as though Tauth will get the start there at left guard. Eagles rookie linebacker Jahad Campbell. It's not like he has something to prove to earn a roster spot. Obviously, he's a guarantee to make this ball club. And I think that Jahad Campbell is going to be a stud. I think that Howie Roseman got a steal at 31 overall. He was a top 10 player on their board. I love the versatility, being an edge rusher, getting after the quarterback, dropping back in coverage. But Jahad Campbell did some nice things in preseason week 1. Can he duplicate that in preseason week 2? And if he does, and he continues to improve, as he's had a very good training camp, it's going to be impossible for Vic Fangio to keep him off the field. Jahad Campbell is a guy who is what the modern-day linebacker position is becoming. And we saw that last year from Zach Bond. Can you cover? Check. And can you cover running backs? Slot wideouts, regular wideouts, and tight ends. Zach Bond did that last year. But can you also impact the game against the run? Plugging run gaps. Can you impact the game as a pass rusher? Jahad Campbell can do all of those. And I want to see him continue to make strides here today. 3 wide receivers with a lot to prove. Who will win the wide receiver 4 job? Because whoever does, when the Eagles really spread it out and they go air raid 4 receiver sets, who's going to be that 4th receiver? Is it going to be Darius Cooper, the UDFA out of Tarleton State, who's now being featured primarily on special teams as well? That tells me he's on the squad. Is it going to be Johnny Wilson, who at 6'6" last week finally played like he's a 6'6" wideout? He wasn't Tarzan who looked like Jane. He was Tarzan, and he played like Tarzan. Head tops, snatching balls off defenders' heads. And then there's Aniyah Smith, who had that great punt return and also caught that touchdown from Tanner McKee. Wilson Smith, drafted by Philadelphia last year. Smith in the 5th, Wilson in the 6th. I think Darius Cooper could be better than those guys, but I think all 3 of these players have a great shot to not just make the 53, but in some way, shape, or form have a role on this team this year. Cooper as a gunner on special teams and as a kickoff return man and as a wide receiver. Johnny Wilson, good run blocker and a big-bodied wideout who can go up and get it. And then can Aniyah Smith be this team's punt returner and occasionally get some snaps at wideout, where last year he was primarily a motion man, but can be that gadget guy too. And then you think about this safety position. Sidney Brown, Andrew Makuba, expected to play here today. Who will lock down that starting job opposite of Reed Blankenship? Yeah. So, Chip, if you segue here to the safety position, as I mentioned, under 10 minutes to go until kick, who locks down that safety job starting alongside Reed Blankenship? Is it going to be Sidney Brown, more of a downhill thumper, who isn't afraid to run through your face? Is it going to be Drew Makuba, the 2nd-round pick out of Texas, who was hurt for a few practices, injured his shoulder, and has made some plays, but has also gotten beat from time to time? For instance, Thursday joint practice going up against Harold Fannin, he got beat. Then he came back on the next rep and had an interception on a 2-point conversion to end practice. Eli Ricks. Look, I know we talk about Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Jacorian Bennett, now Mac McWilliams, vying to be that outside corner opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. Could it also be Eli Ricks, who has really shown a lot as a former UDFA? He's got some ability and juice. Dennis Designs with that $50 super chat. I do owe you a beer bong, so let me give that to you here.
Dennis Design.
Shambong in the building for Dennis.
Dennis, a real one. Well, he does that. Let's take a look at our top fans today here on YouTube.
Cheers.
The people that have been most active, sending in super chats, being in the chat. Let's see.
YouTube has a new feature where the more super chats that you send in and comments, the more that you climb up our top fans leaderboard. And so because Cheryl sent in that $50 super chat and has been commenting a lot, Cheryl has 2,650 points. BLX also sent in that 50, and he's right behind Cheryl. And then you have Justin Moore there at number 4. I think Dennis Designs is number 2, but for whatever reason, Chip, he continues to not show up on the YouTube top fans. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So Dennis Designs is number 2.
That's twice now where Dennis
it's weird because there's some type of YouTube glitch. Because anytime I try to respond to DD in the comment section, it doesn't let me. It says user error. So I don't know what's going on, but Cheryl at 1, Dennis at 2, BLX at 3, Justin at number 4. Whoever sends in a $50 super chat, you're going to vault all the way up that leaderboard. And if you do that, I'll do another Shambong. Can we get one more 50 prior to the start of this game?
We can do it.
We'll sing Fly Eagles Fly again. I'll do another Shambong. All right. I'm looking forward to watching Ty Robinson again. There was some good with Robinson against Cincinnati. He had the sack, got to the quarterback on another occasion. And he's a really intriguing athlete, 6'5", 6'6", around 290 pounds. He ran a 4.88 40-yard dash coming out of Nebraska in the pre-draft. He can move. But because he's kind of a slender, smaller weight-wise defensive tackle, he is sometimes prone at getting pushed around in the ground game. That also happened against Cincinnati. So can he be stronger with his anchor and his lower half to hold up better against the ground game? Because I do think he's going to get some snaps this year. And then you think about the quarterback position too. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Kyle McCord. DTR got more snaps. He has played better throughout training camp. That tells me right now he's QB3 over McCord, the 6th-round pick. And I want to see the Eagles take advantage of DTR's running ability and athletic ability a little bit more. I don't want to see him just dropping back and solely being a pocket passer. That is not his strength. His strength is playmaking, sometimes making plays out of structure and improvisational plays. Now, last week, I thought he put some mustard on the ball, but I also thought he telegraphed some throws and threw a near interception or two. Going from Cleveland to Philadelphia is like going from a La Quinta to a 5-star hotel as far as quarterback development. And in training camp, we have seen him play so much better than he did with Cleveland. There's a reason why the Eagles deem themselves a quarterback factory. They've been one since Andy Reid was here, starting in 1999. How many backups have come in to play well, and not just play well, but win big games? And so we've seen DTR become a more confident player in practice. I want to see that translate to a better, more well-rounded performance in the game. And he's fighting for a roster spot because clearly the Eagles also like Kyle McCord, 6th-round pick out of Syracuse, one of the most accurate throwers in college football last year. He was awesome for that Syracuse team. He did more with less compared to what he did at Ohio State. He is more of a pocket passer, a gunslinger who can complete balls at all 3 levels of the field. He's not going to move around like DTR, but he has the upside of being a better pocket thrower than DTR. So DTR against Kyle McCord, a big one here in the second preseason game. Owling with the $50 super chat with all of his super chat winnings in the profile picture. Tuned in from Alaska. Alaska, the center of the news gathering world yesterday with Trump and Putin in Alaska. He makes it rain. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Thank you, Alling, for that. I do owe you a shambong and then BLX. I'm watching the defense today. Just the total defense. And specifically for me, how does the backup defensive line fare? Who wins that cornerback 2 job? Who wins the safety job? Jeremiah Trotter Jr., the Eagles clearly trying to give him a lot of reps. He played into the second half last week, and he played well. And he's played well all throughout training camp. How much does he play in this game as the Eagles look to give him a long extended look to see if he can be the week 1 starter alongside Zach Bond, because Nakobe Dean is not going to be ready. All right, awesome stuff here. 725 people watching live. 2 minutes to go until the start of this game. 241 likes. We're up to $246 in super chats. Help us out. Continue to smash that thumbs up icon, like the video. We've already had 6,000 people tune in for our pregame show. There are so many ways you can support the show. Like the video, comment, subscribe, share the video. You send in a super chat, it's like tipping your bartender. It helps us grow as a channel and as a company, so thank you so much. And shout out to Kane Angel, watching from the UK, banning the bots in the chat.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Kimbo Beyonce fan just shared this live. Appreciate that. That's a real one right there. 742 people. Not even at 300 likes yet. Let's go, baby. Minute till kickoff. Let's get those numbers up. Let's go. Who's ready?
Let's go.
We get to watch Tanner McKee, man. That should fire you up. A lot of good young players we get to watch here today. Let's get it. If you're excited, if you're ready, hit that like button. Let's get it. Up to 270. Moments away here. Andrew Nathan in the chat.
Andrew Nathan in the building. Hey, Siri, what time is it in London? 5:59 p.m. I imagine Kane Angel really likes these early games because for primetime games, he is watching in the wee hours.
Yeah.
How's the Browns report doing in Super Chats?
See, we have taken a very slight lead.
Okay, a slight lead on the Browns report.
It's very close.
This game about to get underway. It's on NFL Network. If you're not watching there, hang out here with us. If you're watching there and you want some elite play-by-play commentary, we got you covered. We'll do a post-game show as well. Here's a look at our Super Chat battle. We won the pregame show. That's great. Now we got to win the game. Eagles now 246. Browns report at 230. You got that remote, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Dillon Gabriel getting the start for Cleveland. Tanner McKee getting the start for the Birds.
Let's get it, baby.
Even without Shedeur Sanders, a lot of hype with this game.
Let's get some PHIs going in the chat. Let's go, Birds.
Come on.
Let's get the chat flying, baby.
A lot of storylines we're following in this one. Almost 800 people watching live. Can we get the stream to 500 likes before kick? Can we get the stream to 500 likes before kick?
Let's go. Carol, Kimbo, Krithik, BLX in the chat. Come on, let's go.
Also, retweet my tweet for our watch party. I'll give you a shout out on the show. Of course, this game is delayed. We could have predicted that one.
Yeah.
Retweet the watch party link. I'll give you a shout. Mondo Listraka, as Chip was saying.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. What's up, Mondo? Currently rebranding with the $2 super chat. Lisa Chipper.
Yeah.
Let's go. So we're beating the Browns report here at Chat Sports in our super chat battle. Also with live viewers right now, beating our Browns channel. Good sign on both fronts.
Win all around. Win the day.
Win the day. That's the goal. Win the day. Currently rebranding a $3 super chat. Go Birds! I love it. Currently rebranding. I love it. Pat Modi, Asante Samuel Jr., still a free agent. Could that be an acquisition for Howie Roseman? Can't sleep. All right, calling all Eagles fans. Get those E's in if you bleed midnight green, because E gets us started with E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! Mondo Listraka with the $2 super chat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we'll see which quarterbacks from the Browns play today. Joe Flacco will not. Dillon Gabriel is starting. Kenny Pickett, former Eagles legend, coming off that hamstring issue. Shedeur Sanders with the oblique. Tyler Huntley, somehow a former Pro Bowler, also on the team. Mondo, there's that $2 super chat. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Continue to hit that subscribe button. We've picked up a few subs already. 124,404 people worldwide subscribe to the program. As Dennis Design said, he's number 3 on our leaderboard. Hit that like button, Bird Gang. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Tanner McKee not starting? DTR and Kyle McCord splitting time under center? So McKee has played so well that the Eagles don't need to see anything more from Tanner McKee. That's a bummer. Oh,
Man.
that was one of the things I wanted to see, was Tanner McKee playing. Can we get this game started?
Yeah, what are we doing, man? 5 minutes passed. Come on. Man, no McKee.
So the DTR McCord show. See, I didn't think he was going to play as much because he's played so well, but I thought at least he was going to start the game. Huh. All right, Dennis Designs. This is what I'm going to do. Dennis Designs. I'm going to make you a moderator here on the channel, and I'm going to see if that can beat the system so that now you show up on our XP leaderboard.
Yeah, it's just so strange. Because Dennis has said, like, nothing in his account is different. I feel like we've had that conversation before. No, yeah, you don't got to, like, bend the bots and stuff, Dennis.
No, yeah, you don't got to do that.
No. We just wanted to
I
make
just
you
made you the
mod.
moderator to see if now we can, like, trick the YouTube glitch into letting you be on our leaderboard, and then I can respond to your comments. The same thing happened with Tanner. Tanner was like, did you ban me from the show? I was like, no. Then I had to work around it, so I made him a moderator, and it fixed it.
I still don't see him yet, but it could take a second.
All right, Eagles in their all whites, as they always wear, throughout the preseason. Jake Elliott going to kick this ball away.
Let's go.
Williams back to receive for the Browns. Jersey is not tucked in for him. Browns in their Browns tops, white pants, orange helmets, and we're underway. Kick is taken at the 3. Going to be a solid return here for Cleveland. And it wasn't Williams. Instead, it was Davis with a good return there. We're underway. Ball spotted at the 37. Dillon Gabriel under center. Brown's going to run it to the right side. Handoff goes up the middle. Pickup of a few. I saw Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in there with a tackle. That'll go for a pickup of 4. It's 2nd and 6. Gabriel in the gun. Only a 3-man front for the Eagles. Uche lined up in the slot. Gabriel moved off his spot. He gets sacked. And it's Jahad Campbell who gets to him first. Rookie versus rookie. Jahad Campbell, a free blitzer right up the middle. He got Gabriel around the ankles. He sensed that pressure, had to step up. He went down. Ty Robinson then touched him down. But Jahad Campbell should get full credit for that sack. Loss of 4. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 37. Gabriel in the gun. Man in motion. Eagles send 4. Gabriel pressured again. Steps up in the pocket. Throws over the middle. And it's caught close to a first down. I think it will be a first down. It's Whiteheart on the receiving end. A good job by Gabriel to hang tall in the pocket there. And I think it was Uche with the tackle. Gabriel, delayed handoff. Goes up the middle, probably a pickup of about 3. Azeez Ojulari with the stop. Second and 6. Ball just barely in Eagles territory, just past the 50. Gabriel in the gun, stacked receivers near side, 1 to the right. Gabriel pressured again, has to step up. Now he's going to run, and he slides down because he saw number 54, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., bearing down on him.
It's 3rd down. Type those 3s. Let's see them in the chat. 3rd down.
You heard it from Chip. Type those 3s. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Let's get more than 1,000 people in here. We're close. Gabriel in the gun. Man in motion. 4 down linemen for the Eagles up front. They send a 5th. Gabriel throws far side. Passes caught. It's Jamari Thrash. No relation to the former Eagle James Thrash. And that's a great job by Gabriel. Difficult throw, very accurate, high and away from the defender. With the pocket collapsing. It was Brandon Johnson in coverage. He's been getting second-team nickel snaps with Mac McWilliams practicing on the outside now. Another first down carry. Browns have run it on every first down so far. Marshall, he got 3 or 4 there. They called a gain of 3, so it's 2nd and 7. Pretty long drive here for Cleveland. Ball at the Eagles 42. Browns run it again. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. nearly had a great TFL. I would chalk that up as a missed tackle. And then Adoree Jackson made the tackle. It's another third down. Browns 2 of 2 on third down so far. Opening drive of the game. They've taken off about 5 minutes off the clock. 2 yards to go, but it's a long 2. Gabriel in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gabriel checks it down. Pass complete again. Good protection from the offensive line. Andre Sam, Jahad Campbell in the area there. Gabriel went through his progressions, made the safe throw. Browns continue their march. Ball at the 28 of Philadelphia. Gabriel will throw it again. Throws it underneath. Pass is caught. Adoree Jackson, the nearest defender. He gets another tackle there. It was Johnson with the catch. Off coverage from Jackson. So now it's 2nd and 3. Long, successful drive here for Gabriel. He's under center. Stack box for Philadelphia. Reverse. No defender near side. And it's going to be another big run all the way down to the 5. Eagles were caught off guard. Nobody was there to set the edge. Ojulari kind of crashed inside, and that led to the big reverse. Brown's going to call a timeout here. Play clock was starting to wind down. Kevin Stefanski calls the timeout with 4 ticks to go on the play clock. BLX Air saying defense. Hey, can the defense bend but not break here? Can the defense get a red zone stop? I saw somebody comment, Chase, where's the beer bong? I did a couple of shambongs. Did a shotgun a little bit earlier. You send in another 50? We're back at it.
Man, BLX is saying it. This defense needs some help, man. Let's get some S's going. S for stop in the chat.
Yeah, I think that Dillon Gabriel's looked really good.
Yeah, been sharp. Quick throws.
Looked really good. Yeah, quick throws, very accurate throws. There's been some pressure on him.
Taking up half the quarter.
Yeah.
S in the chat for stop. Give this defense some juice. Seeing guys like Sidney Brown out there, Ringo and Jackson. Trot. So Chase said it, bend but don't break.
Yeah, once we come back off the commercial break, ball will be at about the 5.5-yard line. Is Ringo doing bad like last game? Hasn't been targeted yet. Hasn't been targeted yet. Eagles are playing a lot of vanilla off coverage. Yeah. Very conservative. The one time they got aggressive was the highlight of this opening drive for the Eagles, a Jahad Campbell sack.
Love to see that.
I'll tweet that sack out.
Millie 315, Lady D 2 fly, Adventure for 1 in the chat. All right. We're back.
All right, ball at the 5.5, coming out of the Cleveland timeout. First and goal. Been an 11-play, 58-yard drive lasting 7:24 for Cleveland to start the game. Gabriel under center. Browns will run it up the middle. And that's a good tackle there from Gabe Hall. I've said this a few times, but with the Eagles trading away Thomas Booker, that's a vote of confidence for Gabe Hall. Second and goal here. Gabriel once again under center. Lone tailback. Browns will try to run it again, and it's a touchdown for Cleveland. A gaping hole right up the middle. Browns score on the opening drive of the game. It was Marshall who ran it in. Just cut it back. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. was blocked up. Campbell too late on the backside. Brown's going to kick the extra point here to go up 7-0. Oh! Bad snap. No hold. And so because of that, not even an extra point attempt. The holder just spiked the ball. So 6-0 ball game. Not a good showing on the opening drive by this Eagles second string defense. And so couple of joint practices this week between the Eagles and the Browns. Eagles won the first practice. Browns won the second. And so far in this game, Browns off to a good start. These Eagles Super Bowl shirts, we have sold so many of these, probably approaching about 40 sales, are on sale more than 50% off. Nike, cotton, great material, great design. New Orleans themed because the Eagles, of course, won the Super Bowl in New Orleans. The champions is written out in New Orleans Bourbon Street beads. And then there's the New Orleans themed design around the Lombardi Trophy. Chatsports.com/EaglesNola. Get your shirts today. Dennis Designs!
Oh!
Another 50. He makes it rain. And that gets us over 300. And Dennis says, here's some juice down that boot. Dennis, say less.
Say less, Dennis. Man, that drive for Cleveland, 13 plays, 63 yards, 8 minutes, 5 seconds. But it's the Eagles' turn to take the field, baby. Let's get some juice.
13 plays, 63 over 8 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like an 80-yard drive. It was a 63-yard drive.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
So they had that big kick return.
Wow.
Dennis at 50, giving the Eagles some life, maybe? You haven't even seen the offense yet. Only under 7 left to go in the quarter.
Let's see DTR.
All right, let's go. Let's go. I want to see a scoring drive here. I want to see a scoring drive here for the Eagles with DTR. You want to see a scoring drive? Let me know. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. We're almost at 400 likes.
Come on now.
Let's go. I would love to see a little DTR long drive of his own. Or one play touchdown. That's cool too.
We'll take that as well. All right, Montreal Johnson going to take the kick at the 2. Gets past the 25, breaks a tackle, gets to the 29.
Let's go over 403 likes. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's have a day.
All right, ball at the 30. Basically the 29.5. Dorian Thompson-Robinson puts Anaya Smith in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff goes up the middle to A.J. Dillon. So that's a development still. You had Will Shipley start preseason game number 1, which signified, without the Eagle starters playing that game, that he was RB2. Now you have A.J. Dillon starting this game. He's RB3. DTR in the gun. Ben Van Sumeren to his right. A.J. Dillon behind him. Dillon wrapped up around the ankles, but still got 2. It's 3rd down. Third and 5. Anaya Smith, Johnny Wilson, Darius Cooper, the wide receivers. Play clock at 5, at 4. DTR takes the snap, throws an in-breaking route. Pass is caught. Anaya Smith needed 5, got 9 or 10. Accurate throw from DTR. Smith had a DB right on his back. Still able to catch that slant. First down, Eagles. Type those ones. Adam Greenspan. Did McKee play? No, not playing today. So DTR getting the start. This is the first offensive drive for the Eagles. Ball at the 45. DTR hands it off to Dillon. Lowers his shoulder. He finishes his run strong. He gains 3. We'll call it a 2nd and 8, but it's a short 8. DTR in the shotgun. Van Sumeren to his right. Dillon to his left. Pocket breaks down. DTR throws it up. It's tipped. It's then caught by A.J. Dillon, who should have just batted it down. An offensive lineman tried to bat it down, then Dillon caught it off the 3rd deflection, and now it's going to be 3rd and forever. A good job by DTR to stay on his feet with the defender around him. Still got rid of that ball, kind of dangerous. But the Eagles tried to bat it down, and then A.J. Dillon caught it. It's 3rd and 22. It's going to spoil the opening drive. Thompson-Robinson pumps, then he throws, gets hit, dirts it to Dillon. Eagles going to have to punt. So the drive started off well. Then it got spoiled by that 2nd down play, which led to the 3rd and eternity. So Braden Mann out to punt it. It's a good punt. A lot of air underneath it. Missed tackle. Who was that? It was Avery Williams who, notably getting snaps on punt coverage, usually looked at as a return guy. He missed that first tackle. Then the return didn't go long after that. 1,140 people watching live. My name is Chase Sr. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. So glad that all of you are here with us. We don't just do watch parties. We do go live for every single Eagles game. But we also give you long-form Eagles talk shows with news, analysis, opinions, reactions, breaking news, reports, and rumors every single day. So don't forget to hit that sub button, lock us in, and join the movement. We're up to $304 in Super Chats. Bob Downs and Cheryl, I got your emails earlier, so we'll send you some Eagles Now hats.
Here's that too from George. Todd. Fly, Eagles, fly. Appreciate that, George. Appreciate that. Man, this defense is probably like, we're out there for 8 minutes. Gotta go right back out in the field. Exhausted. Why is DTR so bad? Well, she's not a great player, man.
Yeah. Get McCord in.
But, I mean, not his fault that A.J. Dillon caught that pass. Should have just knocked it down. Would have been like a 3rd and 8 instead of a 3rd
Kind
and
of screwed
22.
the Eagles offense over there.
Lady D to fly. Let's go, Birds. Come on. See if the defense can do something here. Kind of got embarrassed in that last drive, so.
Deep drop for Dillon Gabriel. Wants to throw it downfield. Instead, he checks it down. Goes off the running back's hands. Jahad Campbell was right there. He was going to light him up if the back caught that ball. Eagles' defensive line's been able to generate at least a little bit of pressure on Gabriel. I'm going to throw that Jahad Campbell sack into the chat. If you give me a retweet, I'll give you a shout out here on the show. 2nd and 10. Gabriel looks right, looks left, throws near side, pass is caught. There is a flag. Gain of about 4. Let's see who this penalty is on. I think Jahad Campbell was out wide in coverage. Could be an eligible man downfield. Looks like that's going to be it. So Jahad Campbell's sack that I tweeted out is in the chat. Give me a retweet. I'll give you a shout out. Jahad Campbell's sack is in the chat. Shout out to everybody who retweeted the watch party link. Aaron Leby, Jake Chipper. So flag is on Cleveland. Chuno Tay, I see you. Thanks for the retweet. Second and 15. Eagles send 4. Patrick Johnson around the edge. Gabriel right down the middle. Pass is caught. It's Jamari Thrash again. And again, no relation to the former Eagle James Thrash. That'll make this a 3rd and manageable after it was a 2nd and long. Type those 3s. It's 3rd and 4. Gabriel in the gun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. He looks to the 3 receiver side. Pass is caught again. Another accurate, quick decision for Dillon Gabriel. Yeah, Brandon Johnson just can't hold up in coverage. I know the Eagles like him as their second nickel, but he has not fared well here so far. Gabriel going to throw far side. Pass is caught again. Andrew Makuba thought the receiver pushed off, but no flags. At the top of the route, there was a little bit of a push-off. There's no doubt. It was Xavier Tillman, who's been in the league for a couple of years, who used that left arm to get some separation off of Makuba. Gabriel, 7 of 8 for 64 yards, a QB rating of 100. Ball at the 42. Browns will run it. Nowhere to go. It was Strong who got the carry. Somebody laid a big hit. I couldn't see it, though. A few bodies along the interior. I think it may have been Gabe Hall. Gabe Hall did run off the field, though. Looks to be injured, possibly. Gabriel in the gun. Eagles do blitz. Gabriel throws underneath. Pass is caught again. More bad tackling for the Eagles. Cade Davis was stopped about a yard short of the first down marker. He kept fighting, and he moved the chains. Yeah, the Browns announcer, who is Andrew Siciliano, by the way, the former NFL Network host, he said, the Browns are taking it to the champs. All right.
It's preseason,
Relax.
Man. All right, first quarter, wipe that away. It's done. It's over with. It was ugly. I'm curious what some of these team stats look like. Browns have 109 total yards. The Eagles, 3
Not
total
good.
yards.
Because that A.J. Dillon catch
Yeah.
wiped out all of their positive yardage.
Browns have 69 yards passing. Eagles have -4. Browns had the ball for over 11 minutes of that first quarter. Eagles just 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Browns 19 plays to the Eagles 6. 6 plays for 3 yards for the Eagles, averaging half a yard per play. Man, they have 8 first downs. Eagles have 1. They're 4-4 on third down are the Browns. But put that pass right to the second quarter, type those twos, maybe, turn things around here.
This is a pretty interesting note here. So obviously Joe Douglas is back, longtime assistant alongside Howie Roseman, and then he became the GM of the Jets for a few years. He's a senior personnel director and advisor to the GM in his second stint with the Eagles. He's on the sideline during games with a headset. And at practices, he's always seen with the offensive line. So the former Jets GM played O-line at Richmond, and now he's on the field with the headset. Very interesting. Johan Duran says he feels 100%.
Hey!
Oh, man. That was a scare last night for Phil's fans.
Second quarter time, let's go. Hey, we're only 50 likes, under 50 likes away from 500. If you want to see a better second quarter out here from this team, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Let's get to 500 likes. 500 likes, and they'll get a stop right here. I can guarantee it, baby. Let's go.
Ball at the 31. Play action for Gabriel. Looks downfield. Instead, he's intercepted! Going the other way! It's the rookie second-round pick, Andrew Makuba. He makes a man miss, and he prances to the end zone for a pick six. You were looking for a young Eagles defender to make a big play today, and there it is.
Come on.
You're looking for somebody to win that starting safety job opposite of Reed Blankenship. And did Drew Makuba do just that with this play? Now, it wasn't a great throw from Gabriel, who clearly wanted to throw it downfield, but Makuba stepped in the throwing lane, picked the pass off, and of note at Texas, he was terrific in coverage, had a bunch of pass breakups, several interceptions. He is looked at as that type of ball-hawking safety, and you see the ability right there. Drew Makuba, pick six.
Man.
So after Dillon Gabriel was nearly perfect to start this game, 8 of 9, makes a big mistake there, and the Eagles take the lead after the Jake Elliott PAT. Show us the TD.
I said that second quarter would be better.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Man, that'll turn things around. Absolutely electric.
That's awesome, man.
Suck it, J.O.D. Makuba can have my firstborn son.
Makuba kind of got through some bodies in traffic to pick that pass off.
Let's go. Love to see him making a play there.
So I want to look at some of the ball production for Drew Makuba when he was at Texas. I mean, we've talked about this a lot, but I just want to give you some specific numbers here. All right, so Drew Makuba, he had 11 pass breakups and 5 interceptions last year at Texas, the lowest passer rating when targeted. He also ran a 4.45 40-yard dash. You saw all of that right there. 75-yard pick six.
Let's go. And shout out to Johnster, $50 super chat. Getting us to $354 on the day. Appreciate it. Mixed emotions today. I want to see our young guys succeed. I want Gabriel to win Cleveland's quarterback one job. People forget he just missed out in the Heisman.
Yeah, he did. Sanders gets all the hype due to his dad. Go Birds. Yeah, look, for as much of a bummer as it is that Shedeur is not playing today, I really wanted to evaluate him and watch him closely because we could have dissected every snap, and the hype around Shedeur playing would have made this game so much better, especially with Tanner McKee not playing. But along those same lines, I know that Dillon Gabriel isn't the same sensation as far as hype and pop culture and overall popularity, but it is fun to evaluate him. Got off to an awesome start, and then he threw the pick six. Johnster gonna give you a shambong here. Let's go. Shout out to Johnster. Thank you. Cheers. So I tweeted that Drew Makuba play out. Whoever gives me a retweet, I'll continue to give you shout outs here. On the Jahad Campbell sack, shout out to Chuno Tay and Aaron Leby. I'll throw the Drew Makuba play in here as well. Give me a retweet on X. I'll give you a shout out. Link is in the chat. 3rd and 2. Gabriel finds his man on a crosser. It's Thrash again, all the way to the 50. Jamari Thrash looks good. "75-yard pick six for Drew Makuba." Second and 7. Ball at the 48. Watch the safety blitz. The Eagles bring pressure. Gabriel knows that. Throws a quick bubble screen. Only a pickup of a couple. Jahad Campbell now on the sideline, not playing. Gabriel, play action, throws near side. Passes broken up. Jacorian Bennett. Jacorian Bennett with the PBU. He's got to get out of that number 49. But that's a really good play on the football right there. Fell down. Good to see him pop up with that injury history with his shoulder. 3rd and 2, but it's a long 2. Man in motion. Gabriel in the gun. Browns will run it, 1st down and more. Another huge running lane for Cleveland. Swing pass from Gabriel to Marshall. Tackle made by Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Pickup of 6 or 7. Second and 4. Eagles bring pressure. Browns run it. And that's Ty Robinson with the run stop. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see.
Third down, type those threes.
Type those threes. It's 3rd and 3. Gabriel will throw it. He gets pressured. He gets sacked. Never saw Azeez Ojulari coming from the blind side. And Ojulari looking to lock down that edge rusher 3 job. Just a speed rush with nice bend around the corner. Got to Gabriel. Now, of course, Gabriel's a left-handed thrower. And so Ojulari came from the right side of the defensive line of scrimmage. Good flash there from Ojulari, the former Giant. Another low snap. The kick is up. And he sneaks it inside the upright. Hopkins connects. 9-7 Browns as Cleveland regains the lead. Couldn't convert on the PAT on that opening drive touchdown because of a bad snap. There, just barely connects for the 3.
$2 from Tyler Havlicek Music.
What's good, Tyler Havlicek? Suck it, Browns. You already know Tyler Havy. Suck it, Cleveland.
Although right now, man, the Browns report, they're kind of putting it to us in our Super Chat battle.
Are they really?
They're kind of putting it to us right now. So we are now up to 300, called 357. But Browns report, man, 534. That's nearly $200 ahead of us.
Oh, man. We're getting beat by a rookie host?
Unacceptable. Can't happen, baby. Who is going to get us closer to the Browns report? I know Eagles fans are better, man. There's no question about that. Put us in a bare-knuckle boxing match. We'll see who wins then from Davis Cuts. We could arrange that. We could arrange that. Should we put Chase up against J.O.D. in a bare-knuckle boxing match? Are you taking down J.O.D.?
I mean, I definitely have the height and weight advantage.
Yeah.
Probably have a foot height on him, and I'm 210. What's he weigh? $150?
Something like that. I'll make y'all a special deal this drive only. Eagles about to get the ball. Every super chat we get, any amount during this Eagles drive, that's a sip of a Happy Dad for me. So any amount, this drive only. Every single one that comes in, I'll take another sip of the Happy Dad. We'll count them up, and I'll do them at the end of the drive. But if it's a 3 and out, that's all it is. So just as long as I have the ball on this drive here. Thought he fumbled the kickoff for a second. I was going to. Oh, there's one. Davis cuts. Davis is the one who wanted to start the bare-knuckle boxing matchup.
Bare-knuckle boxing.
Appreciate that, Davis. That's one. We'll count him up.
Let's go. All right, DTR in the pistol. Play action. Rolls to his right, has a man in the flat. EJ Jenkins. First down, running room, and a little bit more. He gets 12. I like the play design, the easy decision. Good stuff right there. Eagles will run it here. Oh, late hit. Montrell Johnson thrown down. No flags. Another pistol formation. DTR will hand it off to Johnson, who lost his footing. Then he goes down for a half yard. Get Shedeur Powell in there. I honestly wonder if the Eagles are trying to hide him. They don't want other teams to see too much tape on Shedeur Powell out of Central Arkansas because they want to bring him back to the practice squad. We'll see how much run he gets today. DTR pressured, DTR sacked. He had no chance. Right when he hit the drop back, he was pressured. 4th and 18. And the Eagles offense through 2 drives has not done much at all.
Whoa. Last chance to get those super chats in. I said any super chat, any amount, each one's a sip.
Let's
go.
go.
The ball away, so.
Almost 1,300 people watching live. Don't forget to hit that sub button either. If you ain't subscribed, you ain't alive. Good punt from Braden Mann. He continues to have some really nice punts. Dillon Gabriel coming back out.
You got a happy dad over there?
Another drive for him.
See that what we got here? A little wild cherry action.
We got our 4th string quarterback in. I'm not too mad. This is the 3rd string quarterback. He's getting the start behind Tanner McKee. He's ahead of Kyle McCord.
All right, so during that Eagles drive, we got 3 super chats. One from Davis.
Thank you, Davis. Davis cuts.
So, sip for Davis right here. We got one from Jason has $2. Drink up. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, it didn't result in any points in the drive for the Eagles, but, you know, we get the pick 6. We'll take what we can get. Cheers. I really just want to see McCord look good.
Yeah, I want to see McCord.
BLX again. Flush the Browns. Let's get him out of here, baby. Cheers. Ah. Huh. Carol, I'm very much alive. Been subscribed for 2.5 years. Carol, a real one. A legend. Be like Carol. And so many other real ones. Hit that sub button, baby. Hit that subscribe button. What is this? 548 people away from 125K. Do it for Shady, baby. Do it for Shady. Justin Moore coming in with a $3 super chat. Go Birds. All right, let's see if this defense only 9 points given up so far, but they've been pretty outplayed.
Justin Moore sending in more super chats. You were one of our super chat OGs week 1, man. Gonna get that hat sent out to you, by the way. Submitted it to the shipping department the other day. Brown's gonna run it. Fumble! Ball is out! Eagles have it! And it's Drew Makuba again! He has the 75-yard pick 6 on the resume today and a fumble recovery. Again, this is the MO for the second-round pick out of Texas. He is always around the ball. 11 PBUs, 5 picks last year. Good against the run. Has the ability to sniff plays out. And he does it again. Kyle McCord getting some early run. He is in the game. He might get the rest of the game, or maybe they go back and forth. Montreal Johnson going to get the carry. He got about 6. There is a flag, though. What do we got, Chip? Lori Papas! Oh, a 50. Thank you, Lori. Go Birds. McCord gonna hand it off to Johnson. He gets the edge, stays on his feet after he leaped over a diving defender. First down, Eagles. Type those ones.
Lori Papas. Let's go. The big 50. Appreciate that, Lori.
First and 10. Eagles run it again, and it's Johnson who once again gets the give. He gets 3. Eagles inside the red zone, 2nd and 6. Browns blitz. Eagles counter with the run, and it's a good one for Johnson, who picked up 5. It'll be 3rd and 1. Lori, thank you for the 50. I'll do a shambong for you, Lori. Lori Papas. Eagles going to go brotherly shove. Kyle McCord going to get close. There was a defender who came over the pile, but the Eagles are going to give him, or the officials are going to give him first down running room here. Oh. Oh. Second and 11 here after a loss of 1. Our TV cut out, but here we go. Kyle McCord in the shotgun. Aniyah Smith in motion. McCord looks right, throws right, pass is caught. And it's Terrace Marshall down to the 5. That'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 3rd and 4 on the other side. So we'll see what the Eagles can do on this 3rd and 4 with McCord. They've already moved the ball much better than they did with DTR.
Say, get McCord in the game, man.
2-minute warning, so a commercial break on the broadcast. We don't take commercial breaks here. And we don't take breaks from giving you great deals. This Eagles Super Bowl shirt was $40, now on sale for just $18. Head to chatsports.com/EaglesNola. Get yours today. New Orleans themed Super Bowl shirt, of course, because the Eagles won Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans.
Going to be a big 3rd and goal for the Birds coming up. Let's give them some good vibes. Give them some juice. Let's get those PHIs rolling in the chat, baby. Let's get those PHIs rolling in the chat. Help the Eagles punch it in the end zone here. Let's go. Alling, Ernesto, Trey Losado. Bunch of legends. Kane Angel. Al Paris. Lady D.
Lady D.
Cheryl. Asta the GOAT. Come on. Come on. I see Autumn. Carol again. Christopher Wallace. Lisa Chipper.
Lisa Chipper. Typing those PHIs. 32,000 views so far. If you haven't subscribed, do so right now for daily Philadelphia Eagles coverage. We'll, of course, be live for every single Eagles game.
Dennis Designs.
We'll do our instant reaction post-game show here during the stream as well.
Matt V says, "What's up, Chase? Go Birds."
What up, Matt?
Purple Rose.
Purple Rose in the building. Purple Rose, now you got to meet Nacho.
Yeah. Barkley Prods, Lori Papas. Marianne. Ken Jackson, $2. Shout out to Ken. Nacho's adorable. I know. Purple Rose Nacho is adorable. I can't get over it.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal for the Eagles. Ball spotted at the 4.5. And a false start. That's brutal. Matt Pryor. He can play tackle. He can play guard. Probably better as a guard, but he moved early there. So ball goes back to the 9.5. Darius Cooper in motion. McCord in the shotgun. Browns blitz. McCord throws over the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown, Ananias Smith. His 2nd touchdown in as many preseason games. He caught a big 3rd down pass earlier, and he continues to improve at that wide receiver spot. The 5th round pick of the 2024 draft out of Texas A&M on the board. And Kyle McCord delivers a very accurate ball, tight window throw on the inbreaker, and there was roughing the passer. He got hit late. Ananias Smith able to win the one-on-one. The ball was a little bit behind him, but it was low, which was really key. And yes, McCord got popped at the end of that play. Eagles going to go for 2 to make this a 15-9 game. Pistol. McCord. Give to Johnson. Stopped right away.
So 13-9. Interesting there.
13-9 ball game.
Show us those TDs. And I'll show this $2 super from Ken Jackson.
Ken Jackson with the deuce. Good stuff, brother.
That's what's up.
Have a day, Drew Makuba. A pick 6 and a fumble recovery.
I mean, this is just so crazy. Eagles have 38 total yards of offense compared to the Browns' 153. The Eagles are averaging 2.2 yards per play. They have 14 team passing yards. But they are winning 13-9 thanks to Drew Makuba. 2 turnovers for Cleveland. Kyle McCord, though, coming in, operating a nice drive. He already has more passing yards than DTR. I haven't seen any Will Shipley today.
Yeah, no Will Shipley. That tells me he's the RB2.
Let's get it.
So Kyle McCord, the hometown kid, to Anais Smith.
Over 1,200 people, 551 likes. Hit that like button. Let's try to get to 600 ASAP.
Williams will take it from the own goal line. Got hit hard, but then spun off the tackle and takes it all the way to the 39. That's a way to impress your coaching staff right there. 1:46 to go. Might be the last time we see Dillon Gabriel outside of the pick six. I know that was tough. 10 of 14, 97 yards. He's hit 7 different wide receivers. I think there's been a lot of good from Dillon Gabriel in this game. Gabriel, swing pass, good tackle. Brandon Johnson, I believe. No, Perry Nickerson coming up from corner with the TFL. Very good formed physical tackle. Jacorian Bennett down and being looked at by trainers. Davis catches the ball across the middle. He got popped at the end of the play by Jacorian Bennett, and I think that's what hurt Bennett. Again, a lot of shoulder issues for him. Hopefully it's not the shoulder again. Yeah. Shoulder issues back-to-back years for Bennett. Bennett running off on his own, so that's good.
I hope he's good. Jordan Nutt, $5. Interesting question. If the Eagles didn't draft Hurts, who do you think would our quarterback be?
Oh, my gosh.
I don't even know.
They really wanted to trade for Russell Wilson. Thank God they didn't. Maybe Russ, but I don't want to know. Gabriel steps up after the pocket collapses, throws behind his man. Dangerous throw. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Second and 10 here. Gabriel in the shotgun. Looks near side. Senses pressure. Takes off. Throws into the dirt. There is a flag. 3rd down. Could be defensive holding or offensive holding. I'm not really sure. Official is pointing toward the offense. It is pass interference on Jamari Thrash. Gabriel, empty set, 2nd and 20, steps up, delivers a pass, and it's a good one right down the seam to his tight end. Dangerous tackle by Tristan McCullum as he upends the tight end there. Brown's going to go no huddle. Under 40 ticks to go and counting. Ball spotted at the 35. It's 3rd and 7. Browns have 2 timeouts left. Gabriel takes the shotgun snap. Looking, throws underneath, passes caught. Jahad Campbell makes the tackle. Stops the back a couple of yards short. It was Pierre Strong on the receiving end. It'll be 4th and 3. Kevin Stefanski going to let the clock dwindle. He'll take a timeout with 2 or 3 seconds left, and the Browns will attempt a field goal here.
Hey, they messed up a snap earlier. Maybe they can miss this one. Get those M's going in the chat for a miss. M for miss.
Type M for miss. M for miss. It's worked a few times here on the show, most notably with Justin Tucker last year. Now it's Andre Smith coming out for the kick. 49-yarder right between the hashes. Nick Sirianni is going to try to ice him. I love it. Got to practice game situations. On the Drew Makuba pick 6 tweet, shout out to Jack in the Box, Andrew Nathan, Aaron Leby for the retweets. All right, 49-yard attempt in between the hashes. This will be the final play of the first half. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up, and it is good with some distance.
Man.
Impressive kick there. Good end of the half drive there for Dillon Gabriel. And we have a 13-12 game. Really need to use the bathroom there, Chip. So give shout outs to the homies, and I will be right back.
Yes, sir. 13-12 at the half. Trey Losato in the chat. Lady D, 2-fly. Eagles, baby. Played a pretty bad game, but they're up 1 thanks to Andrew Makuba, Adam Greenspan, Shedeur Sanders, Brown's good kicker, huh? Hey, I've never heard of this guy before. What's his name? Yeah, obviously their regular kicker is Dustin Hopkins, but Andre Smith nailed that 49-yarder. That was impressive. That was impressive. I'm going to put a new poll question up. Our first poll question, who will win the CB2 job? Keely Ringo, 34% of the vote, but it was close. Jacorian Bennett, 31. Adoree Jackson, 22. Mac McWilliams, 14. I'll start a new poll here. Who is the better backup quarterback? We've seen both of them today in Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Kyle McCord. Who's better? Who should be QB3? DTR didn't look great today. Carol Hosey, what's going on? What's going on? Lady D, 2-fly. Lori Pappas saying McCord. Yeah, I'm going McCord too. But they're going to be battling it out for this third quarterback spot. Shouldn't even be close. DTR is chalked. Yeah, man. Even in a revenge game for him. If you don't go McCord, you don't know ball from Davis Cuts. Telling it how it is, baby. Telling it how it is. What's up? McCord from Christopher. DTR is better now. McCord will be better by the end of the season if he keeps practicing. Why is Rick's not getting in the field from piece by piece? I think the Eagles are trying to get a good long look at who they want this QB2 to be. And I just don't think Rick's is really in the running right now. You know, Jacorian Bennett, Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, we've seen out there a lot in this game so far. I think those are really the three they're trying to decide between. So I like Rick's, but doesn't really seem to be in that competition as of right now. How would you grade the Eagles' first half? I know they're winning, but again, like, we keep running through some of these stats because it's so interesting. The Eagles have 38 total yards to the Browns 194. Yet the Eagles are up 1. Eagles have 14 passing yards to the Browns 132, but the Eagles are up 1. Again, Drew Makuba, man. Texas, but also a Clemson guy. Started his career in college at Clemson. That's just what we do, put out talent. It's just what we do. A Clemson legend. Now making plays for the Birds. Clemson safety. Playing for the Eagles. Brian Dawkins, anyone? I mean, might as well put him in the Hall of Fame, right? Oh, yeah. Makuba, get him in the Hall of Fame. So some of these votes kind of all over the place for the first half. Asta says D. Al Paris, C. Christopher Wallace, B. Dennis, D-. Darren, D. Donnie, C-. Christopher, D. Cheryl, B+. Davis Cuts, F. Followed by Aaron Levy with an A. So people are all over the place right now. Aaron Levy, A. Purple Rose, C. I'd probably go like C-. I'd probably go C-. The defense has been... They've given up a lot of yards, but they've made plays when they've needed to. Couple big sacks. Obviously, the turnovers are huge. Yes, sir. Yeah, Marianne, Will Shipley. Clemson. Haven't seen Will Shipley today. Seems like he's locked up that RB2 job. Now I'm seeing a lot of C's here. TJ, D. Rose, John Galt, Carroll, Kane, Reginald, Ken Jackson, Frank Prawl, Darren with a D, David with a C. John Galt, Delaware over Clemson. Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that. Lady D. That's all good. You spelled the name wrong the first time. You know why Fangio doesn't like Ricks? He is not any worse than the other guys. I don't get it. He has a skill to be a starter. I honestly, I just don't think he's as good as some of these other guys. I just don't think he's quite as good. Yeah, he has the athleticism, sure, but you know, in a Fangio system, you gotta be a very heady player, right? And, you know, Rick's former UDFA, I like him as depth. I think he should make the team, but Adoree Jackson, probably a better player. Ringo, probably a better player. They obviously like Bennett as well. And, you know, not that Ringo or Adoree Jackson are all that great. You know, they haven't looked great so far in preseason, but man, a lot of bots. Get the bots out of the chat. Yeah, nuts, dude. They're spreading now. F-Rain. After this first half, it's obvious we need to bring in another corner. They try to do that already, man. They already try to do that. I doubt they'll bring in another corner. I think at this point, you know, you made the trade for Bennett. You already brought in the external guy. You got to find someone that can work out, man. Now, maybe you start the season, and if it's really a problem, you could look to make a trade. But, yeah, and Bennett just got hurt. Yeah, Jacorian Bennett got hurt. We'll see if there's any updates on that, actually. Putting his helmet back on looks to be okay. So Bennett does look to be okay. Probably just took a shot to that shoulder. Probably just a stinger. to their live show. Maybe if we beat them, we'll rate them. Let's see. Wait, what? That's hilarious. Yes, that's what that means. Yep. That's great. They need an OG at corner. I don't know where you're finding an OG at corner right now. Well, gotta let the season go, and then if it's that bad, somebody will be available. You think? Who's rushing for the Browns? Like carrying the ball? You talking about? It's been a lot of. I know we saw Pierre Strong early. Amani Marshall, I would love to be out there at corner. Are you kidding me? Put me out there at corner. I'll do better stuff than what these guys are doing right now. No doubt. Amani Marshall with a touchdown for the Browns. So it's been mostly those two, Pierre Strong and Amani Marshall. For the Eagles, man, just offense has not been there. Montreal Johnson, 5 for 16. A.J. Dillon, 3 for 7. Again, just not a whole lot going on, but they're up by 1. Yeah, Davis. Put me in, coach. I'd be way too short out there. They would target me every time. I could try that, but they'd probably just knee me in the head and I'd be done. It'd be over. I'd be knocked out cold. Yeah, Browns didn't play their starters tonight. Or today, I guess. I mean, I need it. I'm like 5'9" on a good day, so. Yeah, no, I'm 6'5". You're right. No, you're right.
Joey O'Donoghue's taller than you? That's crazy, dude.
Chill.
What's the consensus for grade in the first half?
It was mostly C's. Mostly C's, C minus, D. So.
See, I kind of disagree. How about Drew Makuba, man?
Yeah, I mean, he gets an A+.
Drew Makuba and the performance that you see from him alone has to increase the grade a little bit. What's your prediction for our Super Bowl chances? I think the Eagles have a very good chance of getting back and winning it.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Who's getting the ball? The Eagles. Eagles get the ball to start the second half because the Browns went on that 8-minute drive to start the game. I will smoke the Browns. The Eagles need to start doing that right now.
What are the Browns at in Super Chats? Is Joey just getting blitzed?
Let me check back in, but yeah, they were ahead of us.
I was just looking right now, yeah. I was seeing a couple hundreds in there.
We got to catch up.
Get to drinking, son.
That's crazy. Joey Ochug. All right, here's the updated look.
So we're up to 425 in Super.
Oh, wait. What are you telling me? Okay. They're still rocking about a $200 lead, man.
Okay. Browns support at 607. Eagles now at 425.
We got to do something here. Someone's got to shake things up, get us back in this ball game. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Eagles were outgained 194 to 38 yards, but they're still up 13-12.
Crazy. J2 Breezy, watch me super chat 500. If you super chat 500, we would have to do something nuts. We would have to do something crazy, like shotgun race. Shotgun race, all three of us. Boot. A boot race would be nuts.
$100 super chat. We can do a 3-way shotgun race.
All right.
$100 super chat, 3-way shotgun race. Lisa Chipper, $20. Go Birds. That cuts into that Browns report lead. Lisa with that 20. Go Birds. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Ozzy.
Shout out Ozzy.
Kyle McCord going to start this third quarter. We'll give Lisa beer cheers. Did go for a touchback, so ball at the 35. McCord in the gun, false start on the Eagles. Back him up. Back him up. John Galt, speaking of Venmo, does anybody want to do a Venmo duck race? Does anybody want to do a Venmo duck race? Type me if you want to do a $20 buy-in Venmo 50-50 raffle duck race. Type me if you want to be a part of it. Purple Rose. Lisa is Jake's mom. Yes. Purple Rose is Allie G's mom. Aaron Leby wants to do a duck race. McCord, deep drop, throws to the near side. Pass is caught. It's Terrace Marshall. Goes from a 1st and long to a 2nd and manageable. Somebody asked if they were siblings or married. Yeah, Lisa is Chip's mom. John Galt, DTR moves to QB4. I kind of agree. 2nd and 6. Kylan Granton in motion. Eagles will run it. To Montrell Johnson again. He's gotten a lot of carries. The King Dillon. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry I'm late. Well, the Eagles were outgained by a lot in the first half, but still lead. Drew Makuba, 75-yard pick six, fumble recovery. Kyle McCord to Anaya Smith. That's the scoring. 3rd and 2. Type those threes. McCord drops back. He's running, throws downfield over the head of his man, incomplete. He was pressured by Thomas, and the Eagles will have to punt it. 4th and 2. Let's show the Venmo 50-50 chip if we can. Let's just see if anybody wants to get involved. Let's get the stream to 1,000 likes, too. Already 41,000 views throughout the day. 611 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Brain Man. Couple of good punts today. This one is whistled dead. That's unfortunate. That was going to be another good one. False start on the Eagles. Another good punt from Mann, taken at the 11. Good coverage by the Eagles. Avery Williams, I believe, was one of the first players down there to make a stop. Now we get to see Tyler Huntley. Yay. All right, if you want to be a part of our Venmo 50/50 raffle, get your Venmos in. $20 to enter. The Venmo username at Chase_senior. Here's how it works. The more Venmos that we get, the more money that you could possibly win. $20 to enter, and we'll decide it with the duck race. So here's how it kind of goes, right? Let's say we get to $100 in Venmos. On a $20 buy-in, winner comes away with $50. So that would be plus 30 on the $20 buy-in. We get the 200, winner comes away with the 100. So it's at Chase_senior. You see the QR code on your screen. Venmo username. If we get some Venmos in, we'll do that 50/50 duck race. Some people call it the most electrifying 60 seconds in YouTube. Cheryl, all Venmo for regular games. All right, Cheryl. I see you with that 50 piece earlier. What'd you say? Oh, really? We got to test that out. Really? What? Oh. J2 Breezy, one more spammer, I swear. Kane Angel, banning the bots. Adam Greenspan, what's a 50/50 raffle? Just broke it down, brother. Whatever we get, the winner comes away with 50% of that. So we'll see Tyler Huntley coming up here in a moment. Beautiful summer day in Philly. So no Kenny Pickett, still unable to play in game action due to his shoulder injury. And something else that was notable on that last Eagles offensive drive was that Drew Kendall played left guard, Brett Tauth was playing center. Swing pass, Huntley to his running back, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., making the tackle, but Pierre Strong living up to his last name. Carried Trotter for a couple of yards. Jacorian Bennett looks to be okay, by the way. Second and 6. Browns will run it. Left side, Strong. Thrown down by Smile Mondin, the rookie out of Georgia. It's a 3rd and 6. Tight those threes. Tight those threes. Huntley takes the snap, screen pass. Good tackle by Smile Mondin. There were some blockers out in front. Classic screen pass design. And Mondin able to sift through a few offensive players to make that tackle. Great stuff. Avery, do you know Isaac Tesla? He's like one of the preseason studs for the Lions. People are like raving about him. Played for Arkansas, and then I guess before that, SMU. 4th and 7. Browns punt it away. Good job by this Eagles defense to get off the field on 3rd down. It's a short punt. Eagles are going to get the ball at about the 46-yard line. Oh, I didn't realize that Tesla was a 3rd-round pick. Okay, so he got drafted pretty high. Okay, interesting. Got you.
We're only 18 people away from 124,500 subs. 18 away.
Hit that sub button. Sub for Eagles Dubs. If you ain't subscribed, you ain't alive. Lady Two Fly got my tequila. Okay.
Yeah.
Chip, did you know this? Howie Roseman has a mezcal company.
I did not. That's news to me. What is it called? Do you know?
It's called Phosphoro. And he partnered with Jim Cramer, the stocks guy, on...
Oh, yes.
What is that? CNBC or MSNBC?
One of those. I never knew this.
Yes. It's a big mezcal guy. Phosphoro Mezcal.
I can't switch up on my guys, though. Walt and Jesse from Breaking Bad. They got one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they have their own.
Dos Hombres.
And so the story behind this, too, partner with Jim Cramer to launch his own mezcal. Then there was like a meeting when Jason Kelsey informed Howie that he wasn't going to retire. And Howie and Kelsey did a shot of that mezcal.
That's awesome.
Right there. Yeah.
I haven't heard of that before. Gotta try it out. Guess we do. Vaughn
with the 20. Go Birds! Week 1 right around the corner. You know what we might have to do September 4th? Week 1, Eagles-Cowboys. Eagles hoisting their 2nd Super Bowl banner. Might have to do a 2-hour pregame show, man. Might have to do a 2-hour pregame show. If you want a 2-hour pregame show for week 1, throw me some 2s in the chat. Throw me some 2s in the chat. Now it's DTR going back in at quarterback. I thought this could be the case. Oh, DTR, high snap, fumbles it, got it back, throws it up, intercepted. Going to be a pick 6. Darius Cooper trying to run him down. KJ Henry, touchdown. KJ Henry, former Eagle KJ Henry. So it was a high snap for DTR. Went off his hands, he got it back, tried to throw it, tipped at the line, intercepted. And it wasn't like a bad snap. It was just on his right shoulder. And then DTR got absolutely lit up when he tried to throw that ball away. So Browns, extra point good, take the 19-13 lead with that. And I imagine DTR will come back out. He lasted 1 play, coming back into the game. I know, making Chip proud. Philly Aquaris, DTR is not good at all. I literally just put that in my notes. And I know that he's outplayed McCord throughout many of the training camp practices. I'm just not impressed with DTR in game action. And I think Kyle McCord just has so much more upside. All right. Kick taken at the 6. And it's Ben Van Sumeren who brings it out to the 30. So let's see who's out there at quarterback now. My guess, DTR. There isn't a quarterback in the huddle. Kyle McCord comes back out. All right, here we go. Classic preseason action here. McCord under center. Handoff will go up the middle. Gain of 3. May have been Keelan Robinson. If so, that was his first carry of the day. Second and 7. Another carry. And again, it's Keelan Robinson who has so much more speed. It's like noticeable compared to Montrell Johnson. Just a little bit more decisive. Darts ahead a little bit quicker. Keelan Robinson was a 5th-round pick by the Jags only in 2024. Ball at the 40, downs reset, 1st and 10. McCord going to hand it off to Robinson again, and that time he gets dropped for a loss of about a half yard. Penetrate and swallowed up used in the same couple of sentences by the Browns broadcast. 2nd and 11. Browns show blitz. Another handoff. That time Robinson gets 2+. See, the Eagles broadcast Barkley prods would never do that. But this is the Browns. Third and 8. Type those 3s. Anaya Smith in motion. McCord throws. Wow, should have been picked. Almost intercepted by Cam Mitchell. Eagles QB3 roll not looking great between DTR and McCord. So Braden Mann getting a lot of action. He's back in. Taken at the 9. More great coverage by the Eagles. Cam Latu, former 3rd-round pick tight end out of Alabama by the Niners with the great tackle there. A lot of people asking, where's Darius Cooper? No catches today. But I think the Eagles are trying to hide him. 64 yards of offense so far. Smile Mondin did go to the locker room.
Can we get to 700 likes before this next drive here starts for Cleveland? We're 58 away.
6:43 right now.
57.
Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video.
We could do it.
More Tyler Huntley coming up.
Up to 653. Come on, keep it going. $655. 45 away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Browns report at 6:53 in Super Chats. We're sitting here at 465. $200 Super Chat, and we take him down.
Yeah. It's unfair, man. Can't compete. All right, let's see. We are now 36 likes away. We're getting close. Appreciate the real ones who hit that like button. Takes us just a second. Huh? Do it now.
If only we saw Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel today. That would have been a lot of fun. And Tanner McKee, for that matter. Ooh. Bad tackling by the Eagles. Tristan McCullum missed a tackle on a swing pass. Second and short after that nice first down pickup for Cleveland. And they're going to give him the first down. Former Eagles running back Deuce Staley on this Browns staff. He made his return to Philly this week for a couple of joint practices in this preseason game. Split eye. Reverse. Eagles are all over it. Patrick Johnson on the backside. Huge loss. Sniffed it out. Wasn't going to let Caden Davis get out of his grasp. Patrick Johnson getting more and more reps with the first string defense. Huntley throws it to the outside. Pass is caught. Jacorian Bennett, a quick tackle. Flag on the play. Alton Moore, my man Romeo. Patrick Johnson needs to be an Eagle, man. This dude has consistently made great plays every opportunity he gets. He is a preseason legend for sure. 3rd and 15. Huntley in the shotgun. Quick throw underneath. Pass caught, but well short of the first down. Eagles offense will get the ball back. We'll see who comes out at quarterback now. I'm good right now. Thank you. Punt taken at the 15. Avery Williams will pick up a few to the 26. Dennis Design, send in Big Dom. That would be fun. That would be fun. Let's take a look at our top fans list, Chip, if we could. Let's take a look at our top fans list. Dennis Designs is actually number 1 now. Dennis Designs is number 1. BLX is number 2. Cheryl number 3. Olling number 4. It's tight. It's tight. Somebody sends in a 50. You're going to vault up that leaderboard.
See, some people close behind. We got Johnster in 6th, Justin Moore in 7th, Wavy D8 in 8th. My mom in there at number 9. There we go.
Let's go, Lisa.
Chuck S at 10. So that rounds out the top 10. Sucks we can't see Dennis. But Dennis, you know you're number 1, baby. YouTube's trying to shadow ban you, Dennis. We won't let that happen. Yes, sir. Go to top 20. You want to see if you're in the top 20? I got you. So 10 was Chuck. 11, Nisu. 12, I think this is oh, who was this? I forgot. I don't think the name was DC something. I forgot what the actual name was. But we got Aaron Levy at 13. We got Kate Angel at 14. Rebranding at 15. Jordan Nutt, 16. Ernesto Ojeda, 17. Carol Hosey, 18. John Galt, 19. And Barkley Prods at 20, baby. You said go to the top 20. There you go. You snuck right in there.
That's our top 20.
We're more than 1 hour into this game, Donnie. We're 2 hours in now. All right, let's go.
All right, Balti 27. McCord stays in at quarterback. Eagles down by 6. McCord will throw it. Passes dropped. McCord looks a little skittish in the pocket.
Jenkins.
Pitch. Goes for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and about 12 or 13 here. BLX with the 2. McCord drops back. 3rd and 13. Ball tipped at the line. Incomplete. Oh, boy. This is getting to the point of the preseason game where you're like, this is a tough watch here. Kinfolk. Let's go Temple Owls. T for Temple. Yo! BLX. Thank you for that, too. Carol Hosey with the 5. I'm just a girl who loves her Eagles. Let's do this. We're at 472 in Super Chats. If we get to 500, I'm going to chug the rest of this boot. If we get to 500, I'm going to chug the rest of this boot.
Here's Carol's 5.
Thank you, Carol, for that. Go Birds.
What would the score be if it was a regular season game? Eagles would destroy Cleveland. Come on.
Yeah. Who's playing QB for Cleveland? Joe Flacco?
Flacco, yo.
Brown's going to run it to the left side, pushing the pile. They get 5. So 472 in Supers. If we get past 500, taking down the rest of the boot. Second and 4. Man in motion. Huntley, handoff, good tackle. Perry Nickerson. Good physical play from that corner spot.
Y'all know what to do. It's 3rd down.
Type those 3s.
Let's go.
Type those 3s.
Make a play.
Brown 6 of 10 on 3rd down. Eagles 3 of 8. Huntley. Ball tipped. Incomplete. Browns will punt it. He's going to sneak in. At about 2:30, Chip, let's do reaction. Alling! $28 super chat gets us to 500 on the nose. Chug it, brother. R.I.P. Hulk. Good punt. Opportunity for Williams for a return. Takes it at the 20. Got to the 28-29. Amanda Henderson, 149 in Supers. Thank you, Amanda. For Alling, for Dennis Designs. He's wanted to see this go down for a while. And then Amanda, 149. It's pulling weight. For Alling. Now DTR back in the game. Ball at the 30. Shedeur Powell finally in the game. Man, he's got some wiggle. I mean, there was nothing there. He was going to go for a loss, and then he picked up one. Lori Papas, real one roll call. You dig? Anaya Smith in motion. DTR, dump off to Powell, gets the edge. gained a couple of yards. I mean, he definitely looks better than both Keelan Robinson and Montrell Johnson. DTR lost the ball downfield. Back shoulder ball intended for Terrace Marshall. Broken away at the last moment. It's a good throw. Perfect on the back shoulder element there. Just a good play by the DB. Eagles will punt. Punt fest today. It's been the Braden Mann show today. That's a hell of a punt. It's going to trickle into the end zone, but that had some distance on it.
Updated look at our Super Chat battle. It feels like every time we get up a little bit, Browns Report just pulls back away. So we're up to 522, but they're up to 713. Lori Papas helping us out. Real one, $20. Lori Papas. Got to catch the Browns Report, man.
Lori! Appreciate that 20 there, Papas.
Look at the W's in the chat for Lori.
That's a real one right there. That's our GOAT, Lori Papas. 2nd and 5. Browns run it up the middle. Making the tackle there was Lance Dixon, UDFA linebacker out of Toledo.
Fourth quarter time.
3rd and 2. Type those threes. What are the Browns going to do? They have 5 quarterbacks. Trade one. What's best for business here at Chat Sports is playing Shedeur Sanders.
Absolutely.
What they will do is play Joe Flacco.
Ooh.
Defensive back A.J. Woods being carted into the locker room. Had to be helped onto the cart. Hopefully, Nick Sirianni will play some starters maybe in week 3 of the preseason, but that has not been his track record. These Eagles Super Bowl shirts, they were $40, now on sale $18, more than 50% off. Go to chatsports.com/EaglesNola. Chase, why is it /EaglesNola? Because these shirts, New Orleans themed. Champions written out in New Orleans beads for Mardi Gras. And then you've got that New Orleans theme and Mardi Gras theme around the Lombardi Trophy. Nike shirts, more than 50% off. You kidding me? Chatsports.com/EaglesNola. Get on it.
Definitely a rough third quarter there, man.
Rough third quarter.
The only score of that quarter was the KJ Henry pick 6.
Yep.
Those were the only points of the third quarter.
Yep. We'll do our post-game show in about 15 minutes. I know it's not going to be post-game. I guess I should say instant reaction, because we got to run to get to Niners-Raiders after this, which begins at 4 p.m. Eastern. Niners playing some of their starters, so we got to catch that early portion of the game. Eagles have 64 yards of total offense. Browns have 224.
Unreal. 2 yards per play. 25 passing yards.
3rd and 2. Browns pick up the first down. Long run. Pierre Strong. Could be a house call. Gets chased down eventually by Tristan McCullum, but not before he picks up the first down on 3rd down, flips the field, and puts the Browns deep into Eagles territory. Browns run it again from the 18. Short run. Byron Young with the tackle. Huntley going to throw it to the outside. Pass is caught. It'll be 3rd and short.
Big 3rd down. Type those threes. A lot of low-scoring games across the NFL right now.
3rd and 2. Browns run it. Good run stop by the Eagles there. May have been Byron Young again, and on the stop, it was. He was, I believe, a former 3rd-round pick by the Raiders. Fourth and 2. Looks like the Browns are going to go for it. Type those 4s. Ball spotted at the 10. Split eye. Play action for Huntley. Looking. Throws into the end zone. Incomplete. No flags. Good stop for this Eagles defense in the red area. Vic Fangio will take that. Late flag. Offside on the offense. All right. Turnover on downs. Let me run to use the bathroom here, then I'll be good for the postgame show. All right.
All right. Can the Eagles do anything with the football? They'll start with the ball on their own 10. That's the question here. They're averaging 2 yards a play, so you would guess no. Why wouldn't they kick 3, go up 9? I think they just wanted to get a 4th down play in. At the end of the day, you don't really care too much about winning these games. But also, like, balls in the 10, you don't get it. Eagles have to drive 90 yards. Your defense has been playing really well. You're up 6, so if you score, go for 2. You try to get up 14. But, yeah, I mean, Want to see a fourth down play there if you're Cleveland. Someone dono a 200 bomb. That would be nuts. That would put us ahead of the Browns report in our super chat battle. If someone donos a 200 bomb, I'll tell you what, me, Chase, and Avery, we're all chugging some drinks. Shotgun, beer bong, something's going down. Something's going down. All the betting professionals said the under would be 37. It's at 37 now. I knew that didn't make any sense. It's at... The score is only at 32, but you mean like if what the line was at? Could have been 37. I didn't see. Touchdown and a 2-point. Wonder who's going to come back out here for Philadelphia. Will it be DTR? Will it be Kyle McCord? Neither of them have been any good. I'll be honest. I'm really, I don't want to say disappointed in Kyle McCord because, it's tough to say I was expecting a whole lot, but, man, he's looked bad in both games. So QB3, not the biggest deal, obviously, at the end of the day. Most teams don't have a very good quarterback 3, but I had some high hopes for McCord. And, it's not like his career is not over after 2 preseason games, but thought he'd look better than this. He looks pretty bad. There's Ross Tucker. Rocking the Kelly Green. He got the Kelly Green. All right, Eagles 1st and 10 from their own 10. Handoff goes to Shedeur Powell. Short gain, only about 2 yards. So more of the same here early on for the Eagles on 1st down. It's been a lot of runs that go for basically nothing.
DTR.
Yep. DTR.
Play action for DTR. Dump off for Nick Muse. He gets 7 on 2nd and 8. It'll be 3rd and 1. Third and 1, DTR under center. And Shedeur Powell going to try to spin off a guy, and then he runs out of bounds. 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, you don't have to do like scoreboard or stats. We can just do, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Eagles still at under 100 total yards of offense. Ooh. More bad tackling on special teams. All right, let's just rip that. Yeah. Let's just rip it. All right, we're going to do our instant reaction takeaways from this game because at this point, none of these players in the game are going to make this Eagles roster. Looking at the Venmo, nobody had sent one in, so don't have to do the 50-50 race. All right, good stuff. So we'll do our instant reaction to this game here. I'm actually going to give everybody a positive spin because there are some positive takeaways from what we saw here today. Yep. All right. Instant reaction video coming your way. About to talk about what really mattered during this preseason game. Last call for super chats. All right, if we get another 50, I'll do one more shotgun, but it's got to come in prior to the end of our post-game show because we're going to sign off right after this. So my takeaways coming up here in just a moment. Going to talk a lot about Andrew Makuba and Jihad Campbell, in addition to a couple other takeaways that I have from this game. So here we go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. For those of you watching the watch party, you're like, oh, wow, they go live for Eagles games? Yes, but this is also what we do every single day. Give you news, analysis, reactions, takeaways, and here's an example of that coming up right now. Hey there, welcome into the show. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. A happy Saturday to everybody, and I hope all of you are having a fantastic weekend. Preseason game number 2 for the Birds in the books, and if you were looking forward to watching some great Eagles offensive football, this was not the game for you. Deep into the fourth quarter, the Eagles didn't even have more than 100 total yards of offense. But I'm going to explain here for Instant Reaction post-game show why Eagles fans should be very excited with some of the developments that we saw in this game against the Cleveland Browns. And let's begin with the most obvious takeaway from this ball game. It is the play of second-round safety Andrew Makuba, who the Eagles took with the 64th pick out of Texas. And there are really 2 big question marks for this football team going into 2025. And both of them are on the defensive side of the ball. Because on offense, Philadelphia returns 10 of 11 starters for a team that dump trucked the Kansas City Chiefs and dominated in Super Bowl 59. That's that right guard spot. Tyler Steen stepping in for Mekhi Becton. But on defense under Vic Fangio, cornerback 2, who will start opposite of Quinyon Mitchell and who will start next to Reed Blankenship at that safety position. Andrew Makuba made a case that he should be the starter for this football team going into the regular season. And I know that he's young. I know that he's inexperienced. But at Texas and before that when he was at Clemson, he had a knack for always being around the ball and being very disruptive in making plays on the ball. And given that he is a very smart, instinctual, high football IQ, cerebral player, that allows him to be impactful and have a really good feel for the game, which then leads to him having a lot of ball production. And case in point, the highlight of the game, pretty much the only highlight in this game for this Eagles team, a 75-yard pick six for Drew Makuba, rookie-on-rookie crime, as he intercepted Dillon Gabriel. Prior to that, Dillon Gabriel was very impressive. And one of my takeaways from an NFL standpoint coming out of this game is that Dillon Gabriel looks like an NFL quarterback. But on a play where Gabriel looked to throw it downfield and then went through his progressions and tried to throw short right around the sticks, he threw it to his left. Andrew Makuba, with really good play recognition, really good patience, was able to sift through a couple of Browns players to pick that pass off, made a man miss, housed it for a touchdown. That was just a highly impressive play to sniff it out, execute, finish it off, and take it to the crib for a pick six. And Sidney Brown, who he's competing with right now, without Philadelphia making an external move for a player like Justin Simmons, and I still wouldn't rule that out to get some veteran experience inside that safety room, Sidney is more of a thumper, a downhill guy. He will run through your face. He will impose his will on the game with his physicality. But sometimes he can be overly aggressive and over pursue. And that takes him out of plays, which can then lead to big plays for the opposition. He doesn't have that center field ball hawking ability that Makuba has. And this has always been clear with Makuba. When he was at Clemson last year, his first full year playing the safety position, he had the lowest passer rating when targeted among all safeties in college football. And you want to talk about ball production here. He had 11 pass breakups and 5 interceptions. So you saw what he's capable of doing in this game. And then the 4.45 speed to finish that playoff and take it to the paint. After Drew Makuba had that pick six, he recovered a fumble. And once again, it was him being in the right spot at the wrong time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just luck. This is the ability to read, diagnose plays, and the football IQ to know where the play is going, how it's progressing, to attack, and to be around the football. And the ball was squirting around on the grass at the link, and Drew Makuba fell right on top of it. What did the Eagles do so well last year? They forced a lot of giveaways. They capitalized on plays like this. And these are huge plays throughout the midst of a ball game to capitalize on momentum, to capitalize on the opponent's mistakes. And so to get that type of play from your second round pick, that's a great sign. And then we have to talk about the Eagles' first round pick in Jihad Campbell. One of the big questions I have, and one of the biggest things that I'm really looking forward to with Campbell, how does Vic Fangio use him? Does he use him strictly as an inside linebacker who plays off ball and in coverage? Does he use him more as a pass rush specialist? Does Vic Fangio tap into his versatility and use him in a role where he plays like Zach Bond behind Zach Bond? Zach Bond is kind of what that modern day off-ball linebacker is. He can hold up in coverage, he can plug gaps against the run, but you can use him to get after the quarterback. And Jihad Campbell has all of that to his game. And in his first preseason game against Cincinnati last week, I thought he made his presence be felt. And in this game, he made his presence be felt again. And if he keeps stacking plays like this on top of having a really good training camp, it's going to be really hard for Vic Fangio to keep him off the field. And we got a glimpse of what Fangio could have in store for Campbell as far as his role goes as a rookie. First drive of the game, Jihad Campbell playing middle linebacker, he gets sent on a blitz, and he sacked Dillon Gabriel. On a couple of plays in coverage, there was one stop where it was on a third down. His guy was right in front of him, tackled him right to the ground, and forced a Browns punt. And like Drew Makuba, Jihad Campbell, when you watched him, and the Eagles didn't let him play deep into this game because they want to save him, but both of those rookies are around the ball, and you're going to be asking for those players to make contributions this year in year one for an Eagles defense that is trying to replace a lot of players who left via retirement, trades, free agency. And you have to feel good about where Makuba and Campbell are right now. More takeaways coming up here in just a moment, but I do want to tell you about this deal thanks to our fine friends at Fanatics. These Eagles Super Bowl New Orleans themed shirts are more than 50% off, but it's limited time only while supplies last. These awesome shirts, Nike New Orleans themed, they were $40, now on sale for just $18. All you got to do, use that link down below, chatsports.com/EaglesNola. You use that link, that discount will apply. But you have to use our link in order to look good and save money. So, some more takeaways that I have from this game. Just want to pull up some of my notes here. And some of these things are lineup related as well. A.J. Dillon got the start at running back. Will Shipley did not play. That tells me Will Shipley is RB2, A.J. Dillon is RB3. Dorian Thompson-Robinson got the start at quarterback because Tanner McKee did not play. And then Kyle McCord came in. I wasn't impressed by either. DTR has outplayed McCord in training camp practices, but with what I've seen in actual game action, hasn't impressed me at all. He seems a little bit skittish in the pocket. He's telegraphing passes. Hasn't had an opportunity to really make plays with his legs. At UCLA, he was an awesome dual threat quarterback. Where has that dual threat, improvisational, extending plays ability been throughout the preseason? I haven't seen it. And I just think that Kyle McCord has more upside, potential, and talent. But it's not like McCord did anything really to instill a lot of confidence that he should be QB3. But because he's younger and the Eagles drafted him in the 6th round, I think McCord is the better option at QB3, third string, than DTR. That's just what I think. And McCord did lead a touchdown scoring drive where he threw a touchdown pass to Aniyah Smith. Speaking of Aniyah Smith, 2 touchdowns in as many preseason games. I think that the Eagles wide receiver room is set for the 2025 season. And I think they're going to carry 6 because I think they have to carry 6. A.J. Brown, wide receiver 1. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 2. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver 3. Johnny Wilson was excellent in that first preseason game. He's 6'6", he can block, he's physical, and the talent is too much to give up on right now. Aniyah Smith, in the first preseason game, caught a touchdown pass from Tanner McKee, popped that long punt return, and then today caught a 3rd down pass and a touchdown. He's got to be on the team. And then Darius Cooper has to make the team. He is not going to clear through waivers. He's too good. He's gifted. And what the Eagles have started to do, Cooper has gotten some tick and snaps with the first team offense in training camp. And they've introduced him to special teams. He's been a part of the first team kickoff coverage unit and kickoff return unit. I think Darius Cooper is on this team. And I think that he should be. And that wide receiver room is a pretty good one. And what the Eagles, I think, are trying to do, see if they can develop one of these young players to become wide receiver 3 after this year. Because Jahan Dotson is going to be an unrestricted free agent. And I think he might just look to go somewhere else where he simply gets more opportunities with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith taking up the lion's share of those targets. Gabe Hall had a nice first down run stop on 1st and goal. Gabe Hall is a player who I think the Eagles instilled confidence in after they traded Thomas Booker. I think he's going to make this team. Jacorian Bennett had a pass breakup. It was a really impressive play on a crossing route where he showed that 4.3 speed to make a play on the ball. We still don't know who's going to be cornerback 2. We really don't. Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, not really targeted in a serious way in this game. Didn't see anything from Eli Ricks. Jacorian Bennett played deep into this game. At one point, he did go out because he hurt his shoulder. He's had shoulder issues. Mac McWilliams, I don't even know if he played in this game because the Eagles are trying to save all of those guys for the most part. But cornerback 2, we still have no idea. Safety 2, we have an idea. Might be Drew Makuba. Might be too good and might be too impactful with how he makes plays on the rock to not start him. But cornerback 2, you still have no idea. Smile Mondon, flashed a time or two. I thought that there was one play on a third down screen where he was able to, on a swing pass, really show really good pursuit skills to make a good formed tackle on that play. Patrick Johnson had a great TFL to sniff out a reverse. He's been getting more and more first-team snaps in practice. I think he might have to make this club. Ty Robinson, I thought, showed some improvement going up against the run. He's a player who's a little bit smaller at that defensive tackle spot, so he's going to need to have just more play strength going up against the run. I think he's explosive enough and gifted enough to get after the quarterback, but you got to show some ability to hold up against the run. So those are really my big takeaways from this game. I think Shedeur Powell is the better running back compared to Montrell Johnson and Keelan Robinson. Both Powell and Robinson run clearly faster than Montrell Johnson. But I do think the Eagles only will hold on to 3 running backs on the initial 53. Then they'll hope that they can get Shedeur Powell back on the practice squad. That's my guess as of right now. So those are my instant reaction takeaways from preseason game number 2. As we look ahead to the preseason finale, it'll be Eagles-Jets in the Meadowlands at MetLife Stadium. Nick Sirianni has shown a track record of not playing his starters. We'll see if we even see Tanner McKee. I mean, if he didn't play in this game, is he going to play in the preseason finale? Will Nick Sirianni at least try to give the starters a little bit of action prior to the September 4th season opener against the Dallas Cowboys? We will certainly see. We're not sure. What I am sure about, we're going to continue to give you great coverage right here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Let me leave you with this. Biggest standout in preseason week 2. Who was it for you? For me, it's a no-brainer. It's Drew Makuba. And coming in at number 2, Jahad Campbell. All right, instant reaction video, all said and done. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to the show for a preseason game where no marquee players played for the most part. Our numbers were awesome. 55,000 views, $522 in super chats. We're going to get this video up on the channel. We're going to sign off. 3:30 to go. I'm going live for Niners-Raiders. Niners playing some of their starters, so I got to get to that game, which starts at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back for preseason game number 3. Instant reaction video going up on the channel. Winners and losers tomorrow morning. And with that, I'll catch you soon. Go Birds. For Chip, I'm Chase for the Bird Gang. We'll catch you soon. See ya.